What's poppin'?
This boring, horrible fucking documentary that
What
we're
you
not
mean?
even
What
gonna
you,
watch together.
what you mean? What?
I'm wasting 3 days on researching this stupid shit.
Why are you researching? Why can't you just watch it? Why do you have to go do all this research?
I am watching it because obviously they're presenting a documentary. They have their collection of facts, so I have to fact check everything as I'm going through it.
Is it boring? I think it's pretty entertaining.
Well, yeah, it's entertaining, but
Hold on, wait. You can't see me, right?
no, why is that?
What part are you at in the documentary?
3 hours. We're going probably to the part to where they're probably going to get into how it was impossible for them to collapse without an explosion, and then they'll probably do Building 7 next, I imagine.
Yeah. Do you know that was a detonation?
That's what you guys say.
It was. It was. Like, there's actually like video proof of that, but I don't know how you debunked that one.
How is there video proof of a demolition?
There's video proof of the guy who got all the insurance money. I don't know if you got to the insurance money from the Uden.
Yeah, we got the insurance money.
Oof. What do you think about that one?
Why do you think he would have gotten the building insured?
Why was he at a dermatologist?
How many people weren't at the building that day because they had other appointments, or because their Starbucks was running late, or because...
Yeah, crazy, right?
Not really. There's a lot of people involved in the tower show. What do you mean?
Oh, wait, can you share screen? Share
what?
screen. I want to watch the documentary. I want to see what part you're at.
No, this is boring. I don't even know how much longer to stay awake. I have to do all my homework before I talk to you about this, okay? Because there's a lot of shit that I fucking run through for these insane fucking claims. Okay?
What does your chat think? Your chat is nobody's convinced yet? I think that documentary is very
I'm sure there probably will be some people convinced. There's a lot of weird coincidences. Here, this is the issue at the end of the day, okay? The issue is that you have a highly complicated event that's involving lots of people across really the entire world. If you look hard enough, you can find a bunch of things that it's like, isn't that kind of weird? What a weird coincidence. But then at the end of the day, the alternative hypotheses have insane claims to be made that there's no evidence for. So
you don't think there's enough weird coincidences? What do you think about that call in the plane where she's like, it's tape at the end? Did you get to that part?
You can't hear anything that's being said.
But did she actually sound empathetic in that one? How were the fucking 90s phones working on the plane? Have you ever made a phone call on the plane? And all these people are calling their family members on the phone?
So, for one, phone technology was different back then, okay?
It was better? It was better in 2001?
So, it's not a matter of it being better or worse, okay? There are Here, you remember when 5G was coming out? That was better, right? But the transmission range was very small because of the frequency of the waves, right? Just because something is better doesn't mean it's going to transmit farther, right? I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but don't radio waves go out farther into the universe than any other type of wave because like the length of where they're at on the EM spectrum? But it's not like radio waves are the most sophisticated form of like digital communication we have, you know? But that's like a highly technical thing. There were phones that could call people back then on planes, right? Like they were the air phones. Do you ever remember seeing? You don't because you're like 23. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm 23.
Way back in the day. Yeah, there were like there were phones in the back of planes called air phones that you could like swipe a credit card through and call people. Yeah.
What about how the plane hit the Pentagon and the tail didn't fit and the cameras weren't actually recording and one of the camera looked edited and all the telephones and all the recordings from the cockpit got buried and the plane that landed in Pennsylvania, the fact that it went underground and evaporated and then 6 miles away, like brother, an explosion went 6 miles away in a field in Pennsylvania.
So this is the question that I have for you, okay? Ready? Because I'll admit there are a lot of weird coincidences, right? But here's like the question I have for you, okay? So this is what's the story that's kind of being presented on the other side, okay? 4 planes took off. Those planes were swapped with military drones. Those military drones were all flown into the buildings, and nobody noticed that. And then those 4 commercial planes were landed somewhere. The passengers were forced on those planes to call their family members to make it look legitimate. One of them, while being held at gunpoint to call a family member, that Cece lady, also whispered, "It's framed," or "It's a frame," or whatever. Yeah. And I guess they didn't notice. We have no records of any of those planes being hijacked by the government. No records of any of those bodies being found. No records of any agents or anybody saying anything about the civilians that were stolen and murdered and hidden.
Crazy, right?
Edward Snowden, Chelsea Manning, they leaked a bunch of shit from the government. They didn't find anything related to this. No president, nobody from the FBI, nobody in any intelligence agencies came out and said anything. Apparently, everybody in our government was cool with murdering all these people. There's not a shred of evidence for any of it. Why are you content to say, well, that must have been what happened? Because you still look at the official story and you see a bunch of coincidences. Like, doesn't that make you wonder?
There's a lot of coincidences. They didn't even have footage of all the hijackers, not one image of them in the airport.
I don't know how easy it was to track people on footage back then. Like, I don't know how easy it is to get through an airport and you just don't end up on a camera. But you don't know either, right? You don't know what security footage looked like in 2001. See, like, on one end, people will say,
and they actually showed the security footage and they couldn't find one of the 19 hijackers.
You can see it, but you don't know the coverage, you don't know the angles, you don't know how many cameras are being used, right? On one end, you'll say, oh, well, every airport must have had perfect footage of, like, all this shit. But then when we look at the videos, I said the Pentagon, those cameras were, like, 1 frame per second. Those were, like, the worst fucking cameras
What
in the
does your
world.
chat think? Did any of your chat get convinced by that documentary?
I don't know. We're only 3 hours through it. But I mean, like, I know that there are people that are probably going to look at it and go like, wow, that is a lot of coincidences. But like, you've got a whole alternative theory here that you've not a shred of evidence for.
You haven't been persuaded at all? You don't think that's an alarming amount of coincidences?
What I was hoping for was that they would be making claims that I would have to run through and factually disprove. But instead, it's just a bunch of conjecture saying, isn't that weird? Isn't it kind of strange that he was unavailable for 30 minutes? Isn't it kind of weird that this person did that?
There's a good amount. Wait, do a poll. Do a poll in your chat real quick. I want to see what it is because I'm seeing a couple yeses more than I thought. Can you do a poll? See how many people were convinced by the documentary so far?
In my DGG chat or my YouTube chat?
And the YouTube chat. What, do you have,
the YouTube chat might be fully convinced because that's all conservatives there. But I'll ask. Hold on.
Oh, your chat's all conservatives on YouTube?
On YouTube, there are a lot of conservatives, and then DGGers are my liberals. Are you convinced by the documentary that 9/11 was a false flag? Yes or
not even providing any conspiracy, just saying that they lied about it. Because there are so many Dick Cheney is clearly lying.
You know.
Bro.
But the thing is, like, where's the evidence for a single one of these lies? It's all just weird coincidences.
All the inconsistencies. All the evidence they're hiding. The documents that they keep classified. The lying in the interviews.
For the lying in the interviews, there was that one guy that they had, the Department of Transportation, Mendy or whatever. I don't know if he's lying or if he's just old and he was getting shit wrong.
22%? Like, 22% of your chat got convinced by the documentary? Yeah, that's more than I thought.
That's my YouTube chat. They're pretty crazy out there.
Wait, where you at? Can you share your screen? I want to keep watching with you.
I don't even know. I can't share my screen. It's really complicated. Because I have your Discord is on my streaming computer. And no, your Discord is on my streaming computer. I have a second computer that I use for gaming and watching the documentary, so I can't really like share screen on it. Also, I'm not doing that with you. I'm waiting until I finish watching. I have 2 more hours to go. I'll probably be done tomorrow, I imagine, with this. But
you're doing homework. You're taking notes. So what are your debate points? Oh, you don't want to tell me. I'm the one. Or you're mostly going to be debating Nick. I'm there to just scream and be entertaining.
Well, it's just like so. Like, here's the thing. On one end, like we can point out weird consistencies with the official story. But there's no evidence for the other story. And then on the other hand, we could just look at the official story. Well, let's look at Al-Qaeda, okay? The World Trade Centers have already been bombed once. Bin Laden is on record with a whole bunch of reasons for wanting to attack America. Al-Qaeda has a series of doing
He was a trained CIA agent.
No, he wasn't. What do you mean?
Yeah, he was.
No, Bin Laden?
Yeah. Didn't he have meetings? Didn't he have meetings with Reagan back in the 80s?
I would have to look this up. I don't even know what claim this is. Like every random claim I have to research.
How the fuck did all those pilots fly so fast and so accurately without any training?
Okay, so here's the question, okay? You're presenting this as evidence.
I'm not presenting that as evidence. I'm just asking you to like answer simple questions.
No, hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to show you how the framing of this question is misleading. So the question is, how did these pilots fly in such a highly irregular manner that they were able to guide the airplanes right into the buildings? Wouldn't that be exactly what like an untrained pilot would do? If they were highly trained, wouldn't you have expected to see them take safer paths into the buildings and more controlled paths rather than like crazy? You're saying
if they were better pilots, they would have flown slower?
No, they would have flown in a more controlled manner rather than attempting risky maneuvers.
Didn't you see all the interviews from those pilots saying they don't even understand how it was possible for them to do that? The tower's so narrow.
Pilots aren't going to know the maximum capability of commercial airliners because they're commercial pilots. They're civilian pilots. They're not. If you ask a civilian pilot, "Are you able to go 550 knots on approach to a building?"
But he's not going to know.
He's never done a maneuver like that.
But an
commercial civilian
pilot?
pilot. They're not going to know what the max capability of a fucking 757 is.
So a trained pilot knows less than an untrained pilot.
No, I'm saying that a trained pilot isn't going to know what the maximum fucking capabilities of a civilian airliner is when they're trying to crash into a fucking building.
And an untrained pilot does.
And an untrained pilot, they're on a different mission.
Yes or no? They do? They know the maximum capabilities of a plane, but a trained pilot doesn't.
They might not know the max capabilities of a plane, but they're willing to push it until the plane literally fucking explodes. A civilian pilot isn't going to do that.
Okay.
Do you understand that point?
No.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get you on at least a couple things. I should be forcing concessions. you agree that we would never ask a civilian airline pilot, what do you think are the maximum capabilities of your plane used in a suicide bombing mission? Commercial airline civilian pilot is not going to know the answer.
No, I'm pretty sure they interviewed all types of pilots, even plane experts. It's like, oh yeah, this plane can never go to this level of, they can never go this fast. It wasn't just commercial airline pilots that they were interviewing. They interviewed like
some of the,
so, they even interviewed military pilots.
Okay, here's a question. Okay, you've driven. Do you have a driver's license?
Yeah, duh.
What kind of? Oh yeah, you have a fucking. Do you say what kind of car you have?
I have a Charger. Yeah.
Okay, you have a Charger. Do you have over 10,000 miles on it?
Yeah, 70.
Do you know what the max RPM that motor can go to before it explodes?
No. What's the point?
You have no idea what would actually.
I'm not a fucking expert. I'm a normie with the driver's license, not a trained pilot.
But I'm trying to show you this. If I was to get into your car and I wanted to do a suicide drive with your car, I probably would find out what the max fucking RPM for that motor is before it blows, or before a governor or whatever kicks in. Governor kicks in. Because I'm trying to suicide drive the car. But as a civilian passenger, you're not going to know the answer to that. You're not going to have an idea. You don't know what the max capability of your car is because you're driving.
So a rando, an untrained, some guy without a driver's license can get in my car, drive it faster than I ever have, and drive it accurately enough to hit a fucking small target like a tower or the fucking Pentagon.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially,
if I were to get in your car and I was going on a suicide mission, I bet I could drive that car crazier than you ever have in your life.
Untrained,
it wouldn't even be close.
Untrained, not even an expert. I'm an expert at driving my car. I've been driving it like every day, just like a trained pilot. You're saying a rando, a fucking 16-year-old kid who just got his permit, could drive it better because he's on a suicide mission and he could accurately drive it faster and more precise than me.
I didn't say he could drive it better. What I said was that he could approach limits on that vehicle that you don't even know exist.
Approaching limits is better.
What?
That's a better
I'm not saying
driver.
It's better. What I'm saying is that no, it's not. Approaching the limit on something doesn't make you a better driver. That's not even close to
I
true.
would like to drive my car as fast and as efficiently and as accurately as possible. And you're saying an untrained person who doesn't give a fuck on a suicide mission, who's untrained under the pressure of hijacking a plane with fucking civilians on there and pilots who are scared of a box cutter can drive it better than the trained pilots. What the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't say better. First of all, I don't know if a trained pilot wouldn't be able to hit a building. Okay, number one. Number two, most of the difficulty in flying an airliner isn't taking off and landing, which the hijackers didn't have to do for any of the planes. And number three, all I was saying is that they could push limits on those planes harder than any civilian pilot ever would. Because a civilian pilot is not trying to fucking suicide bomb his fucking plane.
Okay,
right?
we're gonna go in
much
circles
the same
about
way that if I, what?
We're gonna go in circles about this. I was listening to you earlier talk about this. Okay, can you explain Tower 7 then?
I haven't gotten to that part yet, so I haven't read all the
Have
fucking...
Have you heard about Tower 7 before?
Yeah, of course I've heard Tower 7. There's no way that the debris could have brought it down, blah, 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 blah,
So
blah.
what's your explanation for Tower 7?
I don't know. I haven't researched it yet.
You don't know?
That's what I've just said three times.
Okay, I really want to watch. What part of the documentary are you at?
I'm at like 3 hours, but I'm gonna be sleeping soon. It's 1:40 a.m. for me.
Yeah, do your homework. It's gonna be a good. I can't believe. And yo, 22% of your chat just flipped on it. I bet they all believed it beforehand.
Like 40% of my chat are fucking Trump fans. Unironically, my YouTube chat is a wild place.
Just the most basic one. How the fuck did the plane that crashed in the field in Pennsylvania just bury underneath the ground? How far did it say it went? The whole plane disappeared, and then they showed every other plane crash since then, and the plane is there, available. That plane just disappeared, and they found debris 6 miles away from the collision. How the fuck does an explosion go 6 miles away?
Sure. So here's the questions. Okay.
You're not answering the question.
I'm trying to explain. You're asking me really complicated questions. You're trying to force a yes or no out of me. These are unprecedented fucking things, right?
Okay.
So number one, you acknowledge that this event has never happened historically before, with people hijacking planes with the attempts to crash them into buildings in the United States.
Especially a country with the highest security protocols of all time, and the fact that they were floating around in circles for like an hour and a half, undetected, and all the other planes, all the other available planes.
You're just gonna.
Oh no! Before you continue, all the other planes.
You're gonna do the conspiracy ramble. Okay.
I'm just saying, are conveniently in military training right now, and all the government officials at that time were secretly in a meeting, and all the other ones are driving away to mountains. But yeah, continue.
Hold on.
You're looking at notes? You really doing homework like that?
No, who's texting us?
Someone's in the Discord texting?
No, on our phones. Who is that? I don't know. I don't have the number.
Oh, it's Fresh and Fit.
Which one?
Oh, Myron. Myron, yeah. You want to get him to join? I already had Fresh earlier in the show. Let's get Myron. Yeah.
I haven't watched the last 2 hours. If you want to bring him in, fucking go for it.
He's on your side. He's a Fed, so like he just like Fedstiny.
I don't know what that means. Apparently, he thinks the raid on Trump was bullshit. So if you want to drag him in, go for it.
Hey, chat, we get 2 Feds in here, Myron and Destiny.
Fuck, what did you just ask me? Oh, here's something that the documentary did, and then they ignored. Do you remember when they showed you the evidence of that plane crashing? I think it was an F-4 Phantom, I think, crashing right into the wall, and it fucking disintegrated?
Yeah.
Right? So it shows pictures of like, this is what other airplane crashes look like. But generally, when a plane is crashing, right, usually there's some attempt by the people in the cockpit to get control over the plane. So I don't know if a crash like that, where a plane is exploding or losing like structural integrity mid-air and then crashing, that's probably going to look a lot different than a plane nosediving into the fucking ground at a 45-degree angle. So it's not surprising to me that the burial sites or the crash sites of these 2 planes are going to look way different. We already saw a video early in this documentary where it showed what it looked like when a plane crashed right into a concrete wall and it fucking disintegrated.
Chat, does it make any sense that a plane, when it crashes, buries under the dirt like somebody's slivering underground?
When it's going 500 miles per hour?
What type of impact is that?
I don't, dude, neither of us know, because neither of us have looked at a fucking 100-ton plane going 500 miles per hour right into the fucking dirt.
And that makes sense to you that the debris flew 6 miles away?
I haven't researched the debris yet. That's something that I have to look up, because they said they found debris 6 to 8 miles away. I don't know yet what that debris was. I have to look it up.
Myron says he didn't have Discord.
He doesn't have how the fuck does he not have
Discord? I know, they're
Discord?
boomers, bro. We've been dealing with these boomers. Same thing with Fresh. He didn't even know what Discord was. They use StreamYard like normies.
Do you know how to use fucking Zoom? Do you know how to use Zoom? Do you have Zoom?
I know how to use Zoom. You want to switch to Zoom?
Yeah, send me a Zoom link and you can send him a Zoom link. They should have that, right?
You send me a Zoom link. I'm too dumb.
I don't know how to. Oh my god, you're really. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'll figure it out.
Hold on. Let me call him real quick. I'm telling him to download Discord. I mean, is it gonna be too hard for him to figure out? He could probably just do it on his phone. If he downloads Discord on his phone, he could just join on his phone real quick.
Sure, tell him to download Discord. They should have it anyway. Okay, it's fucking 2022. Right?
Yeah. It's
no excuse.
Especially as a streamer.
Yeah, especially as a streamer.
Bro, he was telling me
if he doesn't have Discord, Hassan was right. They fell off. Okay,
my chat loves Nick, but he's telling me not to have Nick on anymore, or else I'm gonna get a no-fly list.
Wait, who's saying that?
Myron.
Oh, I didn't say any of that.
Yo, what's up, Myron? Can you download Discord on your phone? It might be too much work to do it on your computer right now, unless you have Mo or some of the producers there.
Yeah, I'll download it on my computer right now. You said Discord?
Yeah, Discord.
I'll figure it out.
Boomer.
All right, peace.
On his computer, that he's gonna have to like figure out how to connect his camera. It's gonna be fucking up.
It should auto detect all that shit, right?
I want to read your chat right now. I want to figure out why they got convinced. Can you do a poll? Can you ask? Or no, that's too much work to ask him.
I've already got like a lot of conservatives in my YouTube chat, so I don't know if they've been convinced or if they just.
So are you saying this conspiracy theory is a liberal conservative issue now, and not just common sense?
No, it's an establishment, anti-establishment conspiracy theory, and it tends to be believed more on the right than the left. There used to be left-leaning people that believe it, but now anti-establishment lefties might believe it. But the thing is that usually this conspiracy theory, not to sound like a dick, and I'm not trying to personally attack anybody, but it usually is rooted in anti-Semitism, which tends to be a flavor more of the far right than the far left.
I'm not even an anti-Semite. I'm just
sure. I know. I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying that a lot of the 9/11 truther stuff usually comes from the idea that Israel has like done things like this whole Goldstein guy and owning the building is usually put like I think Ryan Dawson's a big proponent of that.
Bro, he made $7 billion. That Jewish guy Goldstein, he made $7 billion and he had an insurance policy installed like what 10 months before?
Bro, the towers already had a terrorist attack against them. It's not surprising that you would get insurance on it. They'd already tried to blow up the twin towers before. What?
Did they? I didn't know that part.
Okay, yeah. There was a 93 bombing where a dude parked a truck in the part of I think that shit, wait, I need to check that out. Where he parked a truck in the basement, and there's like 100-foot fucking hole that it caused to explode. And the goal of that was literally to cause the building to collapse and fall into the other one.
Yeah, Destiny's chat. What in the documentary made you flip? I'm reading your chat right now. What made you flip? A lot of them are saying. I don't understand, Destiny. Why are you so quick to defend people in power?
I'm not quick to defend people in power. I'm just looking at like what is the most reasonable story. There's a terrorist organization that hates the United States. There's a prolific writer, Osama bin Laden, who's got tons of reasons why he hates us. Like, he's written extensively about it. You can go read his fatwas. You can go read all of the information that he gives for it. And Al-Qaeda has a history of doing exactly these types of coordinated multi-bombing attacks across, they encourage sectarian violence all across the Middle East. So to see them do another one in the United States is like, yeah, it's pretty consistent with everything. Not to say that your story is impossible. Your story could be possible, but there's not a shred of evidence for it. It's just trying to point out inconsistencies in the main story. Like, here's the question.
I mean, your evidence is all stuff that the government told you. How do you decide what's evidence? Yeah, it is.
It's not.
It is.
It's not. It's not. It's not just our government. Okay, it's every government around the world, and it's all of the independent parties except for the 9/11 Truther movement.
Did you get to the part where Putin was warning about that, and all the other countries were warning about an attack on the World Trade Center?
I'm sure that there's probably been talks of attacks on all sorts of things in the United States constantly. We're always under different threats constantly. How credible they are or how serious they are or how much we know about it is always something that intelligence agencies are wrestling with. If you work for any sort of intelligence agency or anything in the military at all, they'll give you literally daily threat assessments where they say, hey, probably shouldn't travel here. Hey, this is a little bit dangerous. Hey, don't go there. Doesn't mean there's always a terrorist
attack. They conveniently ignored a lot of it. Dude, who's Ryan Dawson? Someone said Ryan Dawson is a lead researcher on 9/11.
Ryan Dawson is an insane conspiracy theory. You can talk to him on if you want, but if I have to talk to him,
is he online right now?
No, I don't have his added. But if I was going to talk to him, I need to prepare to talk to that guy because he's like way off into the like Jews are behind every fucking evil in the world, like crazier than Fuentes. So I would have to specially prepare for that conversation too.
Damn, do these Jew haters know that I'm 12% Jew?
I think 12% is probably low enough to be okay.
That's okay with it.
Radar,
okay,
just like the planes did, I guess.
That's the craziest part, bro. And all those planes went undetected. They didn't shoot it down. Why? If it was so, hold on, wait.
I gotta say something earlier too, because a lot of this is people just don't remember the time. You're talking about how like we have the best security in the world, et cetera, et cetera. In 2000, if it was like your birthday, pilots would walk you through the cockpit, okay? They didn't even lock the doors to that shit. Like, airplane security was a totally different place in the United States before 9/11. When people say 9/11 changed everything about security, it really did. You know, I'm not shitting on you for your age, but like you wouldn't remember because it's always been like this. But there wasn't, like the TSA didn't exist before 9/11.
I know.
I'm pretty sure to get on a plane, you just went through a metal detector. There wasn't like the giant scatter plot machines or whatever the fuck. You didn't take your shoes off and do all that shit. And the cockpit door was open when you were on flights. You could walk in and like look at shit. I remember they did that for kids on their birthday. They let you go and check.
Wait, what did Ryan Dawson crush you on?
We had a debate on Middle East stuff a long time ago. Where
you're an Islamophobe?
No. But I think, was it over the Syrian civil war? He just had he had a deeper level knowledge on almost every topic that we were talking about. So I basically had to concede the whole conversation to him. But in retrospect, I see that almost every single thing he believes in, he discredits every official narrative or every official investigation. And he believes every side investigation that proves his conspiracy. So in Syria, he believes that most of the chemical weapon attacks were done by the rebels and not by Assad. Or that all of the international organizations like the UN or anybody related to them, they're investigating, they're all lying to benefit the United States or Israel or whatever, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But that was a debate from a long time ago.
My chat's going crazy, but I got a lot of truthers in my chat.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Bin Laden published a letter to the world where he said why he did it. He said it was because of the he said it was because of the Jews.
Well, part of it is our support for Israel. Yes, the Arabs, especially. Is it Salafi? Fuck, I forget the name of it. But there's a sect of Islam, of Islamists that are trying to establish a worldwide caliphate, and part of that is an extreme hatred of Israel and Jewish people in the Middle East, and Israel's treatment of Palestinians, and that's one of the big things that Bin Laden, especially in his group, didn't like about us, right? His motivations were, it was our support for Israel, it was attacks against Muslims in Somalia, it was attacks or support in the Philippines in the Moro conflict, which I think was Russia or the Soviet Union, supporting Israel against Muslims in Lebanon, supporting atrocities against Muslims in Chechnya, which was Russia.
You don't think it was likely that Bin Laden just took credit? Because we were supplying his people with, we sell weapons to them.
No, hold on. In the 80s, there was a war in Afghanistan, okay? There was a Soviet-Afghan war. And as part of that war, we supported a group called the Mujahideen. where
Yeah,
Bin Laden was probably a part of. But we didn't supply him directly or train him directly. Now, later, after that war, people like Bin Laden and al-Zawahiri, I think, would go off to form Al-Qaeda, and they would try to draft fighters from that. But we weren't directly funding Bin Laden or directly giving him
How was that
money
not
to train him.
directly?
Because it wasn't. Because when people say, like, we didn't fund Al-Qaeda directly, and I think Bin Laden was already part of a pretty wealthy family. But when we were funneling money to that conflict, we were giving the money to Pakistan, the ISI, I think, I don't remember what the abbreviation is, but it's the Pakistani intelligence services that were then taking that money and then allocating it to people in Pakistan. But the United States has never had a direct connection to Bin Laden, insofar as I'm aware. But Bin Laden, I'm pretty sure, was already a pretty wealthy dude.
Francisco Cosiga Mossad. Do you know who that is? Francesco.
No.
Francesco.
But Mossad is going to be like Israeli intelligence. That's like Jewish shit, basically, right? Like, I think the Mossad is like the NSA for Israel. So anytime there's like anything that happens around the world, people will be like, "Oh, it was the Mossad." That just means that like the Jews were behind it, basically.
He's a normie. He said he doesn't know how to type his Discord in. Just tell him to friend you. I'll just type that in.
Add.
Chad, I'm gonna have to do 2 feds at once. He's on your side on this.
Yeah, we'll see, dude. Trump did a lot of things for.
Okay, here we go.
Also, when you were talking about like that trained pilot shit, right? Do you remember in Seattle that dude that had never flown a plane before that was doing fucking loop-de-loops in that single row commercial airliner?
No.
You never saw that?
What's the link called?
You probably YouTube.
So are you saying that being anybody could just be a pilot? I can't even fly in Flight Simulator, and then just normies are getting into a plane and doing whatever the fuck they want?
Yeah, hold on, you're missing an essential part of the story. Okay, there's a difference between correctly flying a plane, like taxiing, takeoff, landing, and doing that safely.
Yeah, flying into a tower, which is way more difficult and precise and faster.
I don't think so.
And then also doing it under pressure.
Taking a plane that's already in the air, under pressure. What?
How are you saying it's not? They're under pressure. They got all the passengers in the plane. They have to like tell the pilots to get out with a box cutter. You're saying that's not pressure?
I'm pretty sure the only one that had pressure was the one that went down in Pennsylvania. Yeah. For the other 3 planes, it's not like the passengers were revolting. Because why would the passengers revolt? They don't want to go get fucking killed, right?
Yeah, that makes no sense to me. If you're a passenger on a plane, aren't you gonna fight back? Aren't you gonna go fuck with the pilot? Hold on.
Dude, listen, I'm trying to make you understand this. You don't understand how unprecedented this is. This has never, ever, 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 ever happened in the world before, that jets are taken over and flown into buildings, dude. I know that, like, in your mind, it's like, oh, people take over jets and fly them into buildings. That was never a thing. For hijackings that happened in the past, I'm just telling you that you're wrong. When you hijack a plane,
that's not what I'm saying, though. I'm saying if you know you're gonna die,
no, stop.
if someone hijacks a plane,
I gotta finish.
I'm stopping.
I have to finish.
Okay, so go ahead. Go.
You know you're not. Why would you do that? If somebody hijacks a plane,
so you just gonna sit there? You just gonna sit and watch it happen? Someone else is not gonna try to take over the plane?
So you're gonna run into the cockpit and get everybody killed?
They're already gonna die!
No, they're not. That's not what people are thinking, dog. You hijack a plane, you make demands for money, you land it somewhere else. That's typically what people were doing. Nobody's hijacking planes and flying them into fucking buildings. Nobody had ever done this before in the United States.
And what are the pilots thinking? It's just with a box cutter they got manipulated that easily?
You don't have to manipulate with a box cutter, you just stab somebody.
So the pilots got stabbed? Is that true?
I think some of them did, and I think some of them didn't. I'd have to go back and look into each and every plane. Oh, and also I'm pretty sure one of the hijackers on each plane had a fake bomb strapped to them too, where they said they'd blow the bomb up as well. So why the fuck would you fight against hijackers? The only people that did it were the ones that went down in Pennsylvania because they'd already heard that other planes had been suicide bombed.
All right, let me add MYRON real quick.
Okay.
Look, I'm not ready to debate 2 feds at the same time.
I'm not even ready to debate this. I still have 2 hours.
He's not debating you. He's on your side. He's a fed.
Okay.
Well, how do I add while I'm in a call?
In the top right, there's a little person. It says "Add friends to DM" of the window. I'm sending you a picture of it. It's that little person with a plus sign next to it.
I'm a normie, man. Is it because I'm in a... You add him.
He's not friends with me.
Friend him then. He sent
I don't know his
look in the group chat. I don't know it either, bro. He just made his account.
Okay, I see it. All right. Jesus Christ.
Bro, all the Groypers are in here, bro. I got like so many cozy TV fans in here. They're begging for me to add Nick.
Yeah, no shit. He's somewhere in Miami right now. I think we're hanging out on Monday. Oh boy.
I'm a private pilot, and I know airlines are very different, but planes aren't as hard to fly as you think. It's all the other aspects of flying that you don't need if you're on a suicide mission.
Yeah, like I've heard that like pinging towers correctly and then landing and takeoff are always gonna be your hardest parts, your most fucked up parts of flight. That's where most accidents occur. That's why we have rules about like your seatbelt and not standing during takeoff, because that's when like 98% of plane accidents occur. But if you're literally just trying to suicide bomb into a tower, there's a lot of stuff you don't have to worry about. Like I said, like if I were to drive your car, like I could push that car harder than you've ever pushed in your entire life. Not because I'm a skilled driver, but just because I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to kill myself. Okay, I'm adding him to this call. It's gonna make a new one, okay? Jesus Christ.
I did not expect this panel tonight.
Did your stream get copyright hit?
Yeah, I got taken down once. Yo,
wait,
what's up,
real
Myron?
quick. Wait, hold on, wait.
Y'all got me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you. Wait, real quick. On your YouTube dashboard, do you know where it says excellent connection, SNEAKO?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're ever hitting something that's starting to copyright flag you, it'll give you a warning there first. Just shut the copyrighted stuff off before you get taken down and you'll be fine.
I never have that tab open. I need to have it open.
Yeah, you need to, because if you hit into that too many times, that copyright shit, they'll do like a 1-day ban, or they'll actually issue a strike to your account. You'll get fucked. You'll get like an actual copyright strike. Yes, an actual copyright strike. So you'll get like a 1 to 2 week ban from uploading, and it'll be really bad. So make sure that you always look at that tab, and it'll tell you if you're playing anything copyrighted before you get actually taken down. But yeah. Okay, hey, what's up? You know that we're live, everything, right, Myron?
Yeah, no, I know you guys are live. What's up, man?
Don't say any words that you shouldn't say on stream.
What was that?
Don't say any words that you shouldn't say on stream, please.
Yeah, no, I got you, bro. I'm not gonna mess up your stream. I'm just here. I was listening to your guys' conversation. I thought it was really interesting, so I figured, hey, I'll just jump in real fast.
Bro, I had Fresh on earlier too. You know that?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that.
So what do you think about this debate going on right now? I mean, you're Fed, so you believe in what they said. You're on their side.
So my thing is this: from all the evidence that was gathered, okay, it was very obvious that there was a attack by some foreign nationals that hate the United States. So my thing is, because I've seen Loose Change, I've seen these conspiracy theory movies, and they make some compelling arguments, but it's still not going to disprove the overwhelming amount of evidence that shows that, yes, we were attacked by a bunch of terrorists, man, from Al-Qaeda. So that's really what it comes down to. I haven't seen this documentary.
What about WTC7?
So I'm going to check it out.
What about WTC7?
WTC7?
It's World Trade Center Building 7. I haven't gotten to the research part on that yet, so I don't have an answer to that. But it's the one that fell that people said that proves that there was a demolition by the Jewish.
They talked about that in Loose Change as well.
Yeah.
A plane didn't even hit that building, right? For the chat who doesn't know, that didn't even get hit by a plane. It just crumbled because of debris. And it literally looks like a controlled demolition. I don't know if I can play right now if I'm going to get deleted, but I want to show people that it just literally is the perfect example of a controlled demolition.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the name of this documentary that you guys are talking about?
New Pearl Harbor.
It's called The New Pearl Harbor.
It's on YouTube, but it's long. It's 5 hours, but it's very good.
It's a 5-hour documentary.
All right, I'm gonna check it out so that way I can be a little bit more educated about it. But I've never seen that one, but I have seen Loose Change.
What does Loose Change talk about?
It's like it was like the first big 9/11 truther film that was made way back in the day.
Yeah.
Whenever in this film, when they talk about like people from Popular Mechanics and stuff doing debunks of 9/11 conspiracies, they're talking about the film Loose Change because that was like the original huge 9/11 thing.
This one's very factual. It doesn't make any opinions. It's just going all facts. Myron's favorite.
Well, but it's not. The problem is that all of it is just saying like, isn't that kind of weird? Isn't this kind of weird? Wasn't that kind of weird? Like, that's all they're saying in the entire thing. There's not like a single fact that shows, and it's making some extreme claims that military drone planes were flown out of, what, 4 different air bases to take the place of the normal planes, that the civilian airliners were landed somewhere, fake phone calls were made, all those civilians were executed, all the people involved in this have never leaked a single thing ever, despite how fucked up all of this is, like a crazy fucked up mission that, like, all the chain of command was in on it, or at least high enough that they could stop, like, planes being dispatched. Like, that's like some wild shit. Not to say that it's impossible, but I don't have a single shred of evidence for any of it, and nobody's leaked anything ever showing any of that.
So Myron, you worked for the government for 8 years. You didn't see any shady shit going on?
Well, let me tell you this. From a practicality standpoint, from what Destiny was saying, a lot of people give the government way too much credit, man. A lot of people that work for the government are fucking retards. If I'm going to be honest, they're stupid. You know
The
what I mean? Like
low level employees, but not the ones at the top.
a lot of people are, you know, for those who are wondering in here, you know, I used to be an agent with Homeland Security back in the day. So, like, there's a lot of people that are incompetent, lazy, you know, don't go hard. Like when I was in my office, for example, like it was unheard of for people to be in the office past 6 p.m., 7 p.m. They're like, oh, what are you doing here? You're working too hard. You're a young gun, blah, blah, blah. So if there was an actual conspiracy, right, and people in the government were behind it, and there was this grand scheme to do all this stuff, dude, someone would have like leaked it or something like that. You know what I mean? It would have like people.
Or there'd be at least one shred of evidence.
Yeah,
Just
one shred.
one thing, just something.
People give them way too much credit, man. There's a lot of idiots in the government, guys. Like, unfortunately.
And this is okay. And then hold on. Actually, Myron, you can speak on this, please, because I have a federal employee here. Okay. I think that a lot of these theories start, or you can tell me that I'm wrong. Maybe I'm fucking full of shit. But okay, a lot of people think that when they think about all the different agencies of the government, when they think about like the NSA, the FBI, the CIA, they imagine that all these dudes go into the same office, they work together, they're sharing files, they're like super chill with each other. But these like agencies are pretty siloed off from each other. If you want to work with people like across
100%.
other agencies, you've got to make like requests. There's a whole bunch of bureaucratic bullshit you got to go through. Like they're not all going to work together and doing all of these things.
I'll tell you guys this. So there's two different things that people confuse a lot of the times, right? You have law enforcement and then you have intelligence. They're two different worlds, guys. The CIA is not the same as the FBI. Okay, the CIA is, you know, tasked with gathering intelligence internationally. They typically collect on foreign nationals. The FBI is the main intelligence agency in the United States, which is also a law enforcement agency as well. CIA is not a law enforcement agency. Same thing with NSA. NSA is not a law enforcement agency. It's an intelligence agency. So a lot of the times when you want to work with these kinds of guys, right, we call them the spooks, like it's very difficult to get information from them. A lot of time they'll be like, oh, that's classified, or they don't share information. A big part of the reason why 9/11 happened in the first place was agencies weren't sharing information with each other. Namely, the FBI wasn't talking with the NSA wasn't talking with the CIA, and they weren't all talking together. And then on top of that, the State Department also wasn't talking to these other agencies as well, which is why how these hijackers were able to get the visas in the first place. So
if I can speak real quickly on that, because that's a piece of information I have, right? So according to James Bamford, the NSA had actually picked up communications of Al-Mihar and Al-Hazmi back in '99, who were two of the hijackers. But because of internal bureaucratic conflicts between itself and the CIA, they didn't do a full analysis of the information. And when they passed it on, they literally only gave them the fucking first names of the people. They weren't even able to coordinate. Part of what happened, I don't know if you know this, but the TSA didn't exist before 9/11. Part of what happened after 9/11 was trying to get all of these agencies to work together better because they were so poor at communicating before.
Yeah, the Homeland Security did not exist pre 9/11. So 9/11 is actually what sparked to Homeland Security, which then created the TSA.
So you got your job from that. You got your job because of 9/11.
Oh shit!
I mean, not really.
He's part of it. Oh no!
Not really, because if I didn't get hired by HSI, I would have been hired by the U.S. Customs Service.
Wait, hold on. What percentage Jewish are you? Hold on.
100%. No.
Myron, what year did they hire Destiny?
I don't know, dude. What year they hired Destiny?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Myron,
but no.
Goldstein over here is.
Going back to what you were saying, like, yes, 100%. The agencies did not share information with each other prior to 9/11. That's why the attacks were able to happen, because there were so many things going on. And then also, historically, the FBI and CIA have always had issues with each other as far as like sharing information. And everyone is like, you know, if you want to get information from another agency, it's very bureaucratic. You got to fill out, you know, outside agency forms, all this other shit. If it's classified, then it becomes a pain in the ass. Like, the only way you're really going to be able to get information and share it is if like you're a part of a JTTF or something like that. But even then, it still becomes bureaucratic.
Also, where are all of the civilians that were on the airliners that the government supposedly landed somewhere else?
Yeah, I mean,
does that bother you? Like, were they just executed by government agents in like an unprecedented?
There's not enough.
And no one has said anything about it. Nobody had a problemed conscience. Nobody was like, "This is a little fucked up." Snowden or Manning didn't have any files to leak when they leaked a bunch of stuff about the government. Like, nobody else had any. Doesn't that seem kind of fucking insane? There's not a single report out of any one of the military bases these military drones must have flown out of to swap places with the commercial airliners that supposedly fly into the buildings. Nobody got a compelling shot. Or when they said that, when they said in Pennsylvania that one airliner that was shot down, was that the one plane that wasn't swapped with a military drone, but the other three were? They intended to shoot that one down? Was that planned from the start? And where's the F-16 that would have been chasing that one to shoot the missile at it? Like, why was it just a mysterious white plane? What the fuck even is that? Like, was it an Area 51 UFO? Like.
Yeah, and SNEAKO, I know you had asked about like how did they learn how to fly the planes? They were in flight school, bro. Actually, down here, like some of them were down here in Florida.
Really? For how long?
Couple months. Couple of them were down here.
And they just moved to America. They start going to flight school, and they weren't flagged as suspicious.
Well, that goes back to what I was saying before. The State Department was not communicating, with the other agencies as well. FBI was sharing information. CIA wasn't sharing information because some of these guys had hit the radar, right? Of these
one got actually rejected for a bad passport. Yeah.
Yeah, but prior to 9/11, agencies weren't really sharing information like that. Like the JTTF existed, the Joint Terrorism Task Force, but it wasn't as it wasn't as efficient as it is today. We're like sharing information and everything else like that. But yeah, dude, like the matter of fact, I know that for a fact because it was the U.S. Customs Service that was doing the investigation into some of those guys, or an INS back then. And then after the 9/11 happened, FBI came in and took all their fucking shit. I know that for a fact because when I was working, an analyst that used to work for Customs, she was like saying, yeah, I was assisting in this investigation. One day FBI came in, they took all the stuff on the flight school information.
But if it was so easy for them to get trained and to take down like some of the biggest buildings in America, why didn't the Cubans do it? Why didn't any of our other enemies do it? Why hasn't Russia done that? It wasn't even that much of an organized effort. It seemed like they just got in there and Destiny's like, oh, it doesn't matter. They had no training. It was on a suicide mission. They didn't give a fuck. It was really easy to hit the most important buildings in America without any much of a planned attack.
There was a terrorist attack in 93. Destiny was talking about it earlier. It was, the car bomb occurred in 93. And then there was terrorist attacks in the 70s as well from Croatians. And Cubans did do some terrorist attacks here in the United States as well. But a lot of times it was on embassies, like for their country that they hate.
Yeah, and then also you got to keep in mind that like Russia coordinating a terrorist attack like this would be crazy. One of the things that gave these guys the advantage too is, and one of the reasons why it was so easy to find them, I think within 72 hours, the FBI knew every single hijacker, is because they didn't give a fuck if they got found. They weren't trying to hide their connections. They weren't trying to like obfuscate who they were. Like they went to the airports using their real names. Like they had their real baggage and shit. Like we found like passports and some of these dudes checked luggage that actually like was their real name. So like I don't think Russia would want to send agents and then have that known internationally that they've got people hijacking planes and trying to obfuscate that the entire time. Al-Qaeda didn't give a fuck if they got found. They just wanted to crash the plane.
Well, Myron, the name of the documentary is called The New Pearl Harbor, and it's proven that Pearl Harbor, and even about the Gulf of Tonkin resolution.
That is not proven. That's a whole other conspiracy theory that you have to dive into.
Myron, you know about the Gulf of Tonkin resolution?
No, fill me in.
We lied about the Vietnamese blowing up this boat so that we could have a motive to go to war. Americans need to have a motive and a reason to go to war. Just like Pearl Harbor, the Japanese blew up that military base, and then we had a reason to go join the war. Vietnam War, all the hippies were protesting. No, I don't want to go. We shouldn't go to Vietnam. We have no business going there. So they lied and said that the Vietnamese blew up this boat, and then we went into war. So why can we not apply that same logic to 9/11? They lie about.
I'm pretty sure that this entire narrative is a total lie as well. But
they lie about these angry. No, the Gulf of Tonkin resolution is proven. That's not even a conspiracy. Look, Google it right now. I'm going to show the stream. Why can we not apply that same logic to 9/11? You make up a terrorist attack, reason to go to Iraq, and we're still in Iraq and Afghanistan. We still have soldiers today.
We're out of Afghanistan and Iraq.
You're talking about, I'll definitely check it out, man. I'm open-minded to checking different things out. I don't let my prior experience in law enforcement like clout my judgment. Like I'll definitely check it out and see, because I'll be able to, because I've seen the 9/11 investigation from another lens because I was behind the scenes. So I'll definitely go ahead and look at this documentary and see like what's true, what's not, whatever it may be. I'm always open to seeing other viewpoints.
What were the viewpoints in that other documentary that you're talking about?
Loose change, but that's been largely debunked. That's why there's like, this is the new one. It's because a lot of the loose change stuff has already been dealt with. So the new Pearl Harbor is like the new big one that people talk about.
Yeah, loose change is like, it came out like a decade ago, Destiny, at this point. Like,
maybe loose change is pretty old, isn't it?
Yeah, basically it's very similar. Saying, hey, there's no way that the tower would have fell that way. It was a demolition. It wasn't a plane hitting it. Whatever. Very similar stuff to what you're talking about right now with this new Pearl Harbor, which I'll check out.
Films were released between 2005 and 2009. There were a few.
Yeah. Like when SNEAKO was a baby.
Yeah, I was in middle school. Myron, in your experience, like 8 years working for Homeland Security, you didn't notice any shady shit? You didn't notice them, like, don't they torture people and not tell anybody? Rat on the government a little bit. What do they do sneakily behind the scenes?
So here's the thing, dude. I was a special agent, which means I did criminal investigations. What you're talking about is typically going to be on the dark side with the CIA, NSA, etc. Waterboarding people and, enhanced interrogation techniques. That's what a lot of the times the intel community does abroad at other countries. You're not doing that in criminal cases where you're trying to secure prosecution. Two different worlds. So
you didn't hear no shady shit?
Wait. Can I phrase this? This is the difference that I'm trying to get across to you, okay? And I would never say this, okay? I would never say that the government doesn't do shady shit or that some of our intelligence agencies don't do shady
You
shit.
kind of saying that you
course
trust the government blindly.
No, you got to listen to me, dude. I'm not saying that. I don't trust it blindly.
You do be trusting
You
the
trust
government.
people on BitChute blindly, okay? Chill, all right?
I've never
It is
been on
possible. It is possible that the FBI can do shady shit. Of course, they have. It's possible the CIA could do shady shit. It's possible the TSA or the NSA could do shady shit. I believe that. There are things like MK Ultra and shit. That's happened. Those are real things. But what you're talking about for 9/11 is an interagency cooperation to do shady shit, and that elevates it to a whole other level of insanity. That's a whole other thing that we're talking about. And also, the shady shit that organizations usually do, at the very least, the people think they're working to the benefit of the United States. When you talk about like Abu Ghraib, when you talk about like Guantanamo Bay, was it fucked up? Yeah, for sure. But they weren't torturing and murdering like American civilians by the thousands to false flag. They were people that probably thought ostensibly they were doing good things for the country. Not that that makes it okay, or not that it excuses it. So those are two huge differences. One is that you're not talking about killing thousands of U.S. citizens, and two, we're talking about an interagency, massive conspiracy sprawling across the entire U.S. government.
You're saying that that's so crazy, but what about Snowden? Why were they able to keep hush mode on the mass surveillance of everything going on, the spying, but you can't apply the same logic to 9/11?
Mass surveillance from one of our intelligence organizations. That I can believe that. I would believe that. Or if you tell me that like the FBI has like treated some prisoners horribly or done some fucked up shit, I would believe that. But we're not talking about massive coordination across all of our intelligence agencies to fucking kill thousands of U.S. citizens. That's a way different thing.
Myron, did you hear anything about Snowden before it was released?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously I know about, NSA collecting, which is, unheard of, like to be collecting. The biggest issue with that was they were collecting on US citizens. Intelligence agencies typically aren't supposed to do that. So that's why that caused such an issue.
Did you have surveillance that a lot of normal civilians didn't have? Like, were you able to go spy on phones and shit like that before it was released that's the NSA was spying?
So again, let me bring this in. So there's two different worlds. There's the law enforcement world, and then there's the intelligence world. When you're in the law enforcement world, everything's got to be transparent. I'll give you an example. Right now with Trump, right? They did a search warrant on his house. They went ahead and had to go to a magistrate to go ahead and get that search warrant. That search warrant, already they're starting to, put it out there, because when you do criminal investigations, everything has to be put through a U.S. court. When it's go through a U.S. court, that means it's discoverable, which means the public has an access to it. Right now, anybody on this chat can go to pacer.gov, right, and search up the Trump search warrant and get all the documents. The intel world does not necessarily have to abide by those rules. So law enforcement and intel are two different worlds. So, when if an agent's going to listen to your phone or whatever it may be, he has to do something called a Title III intercept. Okay, which is basically listening to your phones, real time, your emails, whatever it may be. And that's real time monitoring of some type of medium that you're using to communicate with someone. You need an affidavit to do that, which typically can be between 50 to 100 pages, where you establish your probable cause, why what they're doing is criminal, and then the facility that they're using to commit the crime is illegal. So, for example, they're using a telephone to facilitate drug trafficking. Bam, you write an affidavit. I know that this phone is used to do such and such. And then you're able to go ahead and listen into that phone, that, or if I know this meeting place is where they do criminal activity, you're able to bug up the room. That's how the FBI was able to take down the mafia. But in the intel world, they need way less, okay? Because they're able to put everything under national security, right? Thanks
Didn't
to
you get the
Patriot Act.
Yeah, you got the Patriot Act from 9/11, right?
Yeah, it came after 9/11. But that, I just want to make that distinction that, like, law enforcement and the intel world are two different things. Now, there's something called the FISA court, right? Foreign Surveillance Act, right? Where you can go ahead and you can get, FISA warrants or whatever it may be. That is different than typically the law enforcement world as well, because now you're getting into more espionage, you're going into national security, getting into terrorism.
FISA, is that the court you go through to do spying domestically if you're like the CIA or NSA? Is that what the FISA court was for?
Yeah, if you need to basically articulate that your investigation has like some type of national security nexus.
Okay, yeah, I got
to
you.
get into the FISA courts, that's a whole other world, because now those documents aren't going to be discoverable to the same level as like criminal investigations with a regular court.
Look, the theory, the new Pearl Harbor theory, you could apply to 9/11, and also, have you heard about Operation Northwood?
Oh my dude, there's like a million things.
Operation Northwoods, America's top military leaders reportedly drafted plans to kill innocent people who commit acts of terrorism in U.S. cities to create public support for war against Cuba. America's done that time and time again.
This wasn't actually done, though. This was shot down because it's fucked up.
But they plan to do it.
Yes, that's the job of our intelligence agencies, to plan crazy shit. And then hopefully you've got people at the top that are making calls on whether we go through with it or not. But it was ultimately shot down. Nuclear warfare was also crazy shit.
But
we fucking bombed 2 huge cities with fucking nuclear bombs. That was some crazy shit, too. But
this is proof that the government is capable of lying to get public support for a war.
No, it's not about lying. We're not talking about lying to get public support for war. I believe the government could do that. I personally think there was some level of that happening when it came to justification to invade Iraq, when it came to them having biological weapons or chemical weapons or weapons of mass destruction. I think that there was some. There's a whole thing called the Office of Special Plans, and that's a whole separate thing that you could argue was done in bad faith. But I'm telling you that that is different than getting federal employees. These are your neighbors. These are normal fucking people. Federal employees to get on board with a plan to kill 3,000 plus Americans to do a false flag attack. That's like a whole other fucking thing.
Myron, how much do you trust the government? You're right. Do you vote right or left?
I typically tend to swing a little bit more conservative.
Okay, so how much do you trust the government, and how much is that influenced by your time working for the government?
Here's the thing, man. Like I said before, a lot of people give the government way too much credit. They're not. A lot of them are not as smart as people think they are, and they're not as hardworking as people think they are. You know, there's a reason why they call it Federal Friday. They're out the office by 3 p.m. So that's how the federal government works. Now, as far as me trusting the government, hey man, I worked for the government from 2010 all the way to 2020. It was a good time. I had a good, I did a lot of investigations. But remember, I was in a law enforcement capacity. I was not an intel person. The intel world is a whole other thing. There's a reason why they keep the CIA budget classified. They don't necessarily say how much money they get per year. Yes, they do a bunch of shady things behind the scenes, and some of it may or may not be deemed as ethical, but that's what you got to do sometimes to have the leverage as the world superpower. So I get it.
So do you trust the government?
Different worlds.
But do you trust like the government as a system? Destiny keeps talking about the system of the government. Do you trust them in general?
Hold on, real quick to get my point across clearly, so you're not misrepresenting me. I'm not saying that you have to trust every section of the government. I'm just saying you have to look at the
sections. Yeah, it's a car part, whatever the fuck.
You're not gonna let me finish. You have to look at what the government is capable of, and you have to. What I trust. This is what I would trust. Okay, I would trust that if the government was trying to coordinate some large-scale assassination of like 3,000 plus Americans, that the people inside would say something. That's what I would trust in the government. I don't trust the government to run efficiently or to do everything perfectly, but I think there's enough checks and balances in the system that a broad-reaching conspiracy like
and
that.
it seems like Myron agrees
That's what
with
I would
you.
trust.
It seems like Myron agrees with that there's different factions of the government. You can't all lump them into one system. But do you trust the government in general,
it's not even
Myron?
A drink, Nico. That's a fact. I'm telling you this from my experience of just knowing.
Okay. But you're kind of avoiding the question. Do you trust the government?
For the most part, yes. But there's definitely some things that I don't agree with.
Do you think the government is capable of lying to get public support for war?
I mean, dude, that's been going on since the beginning of time. I think you'd be foolish to not think that they're
So
capable
it's possible that they lied about 9/11.
With 9/11, dude, I'm not so sure because there's so much evidence. They declassify a lot of the things in the 9/11 situation, man. Like from how the attacks happened to the people identified, how they identified them, whatever. All that stuff is public record nowadays.
No, it's not. Actually, if you watch the documentary, a lot of the interviews and a lot of what's in the 9/11 Commission report is still classified information. Destiny, you saw that, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that still is classified. Sure, a lot of stuff around airplane security and shit is dude. I don't even think you can film episodes on like fucking airplane security, like when you're doing TV. Like that's a lot of that shit is classified. I don't know why it is. If I knew exactly why, they probably would have to classify.
Why. A lot of the times, the reason why stuff is classified, guys, isn't necessarily because the information in itself is that secret. It's how the information that was given. It's how
you
the
don't want
information
to burn
was
sources
gathered.
and stuff. Yeah.
That's why. So whenever things are classified or it's this is secret or whatever it may be, it might not even be that serious. It's that they got the information through a means where it would burn that source or burn that confidential human source or that whatever or an investigative technique. That's why it's classified a lot of the times.
And what do you think about the United States response to 9/11, the invasion of Afghanistan and Iraq? Do you think that was a proper response to what happened?
Yeah, the Iraq invasion made no sense to me.
Okay. Destiny, did that make sense to you? Did invading Iraq and Afghanistan make sense in response to 9/11?
I think invading Afghanistan made sense 100%. Iraq was wild.
Weren't they a bunch of like Egyptians and Saudis?
No, it's not about it. The idea was that the Afghanistan government, the Taliban, was basically shielding to people that were destroying the United States, the Al-Qaeda. They refused to cooperate with us when it came time to turning those people over. So we decided to go into Afghanistan and fuck their shit up. I don't know what the fuck happened with Iraq. I don't know where that came from or why the fuck that was bullshit.
Well, they had Afghanistan for Saddam like since the 90s. They've had an issue with Saddam for a long time. So like,
sure, which is fair. Saddam was a fucked up dude. But if you weren't going to get rid of Saddam after the first Gulf War, I mean, you left him there, so you kind of have to go. So yeah, I think Iraq was fucked for sure, but Afghanistan was for sure.
What his dad couldn't finish, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've heard that meme before. Yeah, he tried to kill his daddy, blah blah blah. But
so the government knew, and they used 9/11 as an excuse to go into Iraq, correct?
Well, no, they didn't. Kind of, but not really. Iraq, they needed WMDs, remember? Which was probably bullshit.
Bullshit. Yeah. What do you mean? It was all bullshit.
They didn't find any weapons of mass destruction.
They knew there wasn't any. And Destiny, you adamantly trust the government so much. Think about all the senators that still.
Why do you keep hold on?
All the people that you love.
No.
You're a fucking Biden beta boy. Didn't all those like Hillary Clinton? All these people voted for the war in Iraq, and they all knew it was horseshit. WMDs.
Okay.
And you still trust them.
Hold on. If you're gonna listen to me, you need to listen to what the fuck I'm saying instead of just repeating. Like,
I'm listening to what the fuck you're saying.
No, you're a bot, dude.
What the fuck are you saying?
You repeat the most bot talking points ever. Okay, so this is my understanding, and I'd have to go back and read more. Okay, because I don't know everything. This is my understanding of how justification. This is my understanding of how you don't even know anything about any of these.
Yeah, go do your homework before you watch a movie. Yeah.
Because I like to do my homework.
Go take some
justification.
notes.
The justification for the Iraq War came from a special division that was created by Bush to take unvetted and unverified intelligence and pass it all the way up to the chain of command. The Office of Special Plans was literally created for them to take unverified intelligence from the field and then use that for justification for things like WMDs. I'm pretty sure the CIA and the NSA, I believe, fought against the creation of that and the unvetted intelligence that passed up through that. So when you look at it that way and you say, Destiny, don't you trust the government? Yeah, I do when all the agencies are working together. But when you're literally creating a side thing to take unvetted, I don't trust that. And I wouldn't trust that. And I don't. And I still don't to this day. I think that was bullshit from my understanding of how that functioned. But that's an example of going around the mechanisms that I believe are in place in our intelligence agencies to make sure that shit isn't going off the fucking wire.
But
okay,
I will say this: being here in the middle of this is pretty awesome. Watching you guys debate and argue things, so very interesting.
yeah.
Destiny, I did hear you say something about bringing some girls on the show or something like that. 6 girls, something like that.
it would be really fun to grab like 6 to 8 of like my friends or whatever to bring them on. It would just be a wild show because they're so different than the Miami people, but it would be funny to see it.
You can do it, man. I mean, here's the thing, Destiny. I've heard this a bunch of times. Like, yo, you guys only bring stupid OnlyFans models on, blah, blah, blah. Dude, we brought on girls that are like educated as hell. Well, we had a PhD on yesterday. She still had the same exact talking points as all the other girls, man. I'm telling you, bro. The education.
There's something about the people that come to Miami are wild, man. These girls are fucking on another level of insanity. Okay, even I came from LA and these girls are fucking crazy to me. But I don't know. Maybe I'll bring, if I ever do this, if I set it up and we get them all flown in.
Dude, hey man, I fear no debate with any chicks on when it comes to intersexual dynamics. I'd be happy to have that discussion. You know, we could put me, you, and SNEAKO on, and you could bring your 6 friends. But dude, I'm telling you, man, the hardware does not change the software. A lot of girls have the same exact talking points, same indoctrination about feminism, thinking that they're equal to men, etc., regardless of their education level.
Sure.
They all believe that same shit. Wait, Destiny, one more point about 9/11. If the fucking plane evaporated in the field in Pennsylvania, they couldn't find any of the ruins, how the fuck did they get the passport?
I don't think the passport came from that plane. It came from the ones near the World Trade Centers.
They found the ones in Pennsylvania too.
Was that for the guy that had the passport that was in his checked bag that didn't make it onto the plane?
I don't know.
Because I thought they found 2 passports in the World Trade Center rubble, and then I thought they had 1 passport from a guy who he checked in for his flights, but the baggage didn't make it onto that plane, so they pulled the passport from his bag.
Yeah. Pretty convenient.
Yeah, is it?
Pretty convenient.
Or it could have just happened.
Yeah, sure. I need to do some research too, man. I'm getting hungry, man. I'm trying to like, bro. Do you see how fast Destiny talks, Myron? He's all day like, whatever happening?
Because you're spitting out like 400 conspiracies a second. I gotta like respond like 7 things.
And I'm just trying to hear, like, I'm drinking my wine or I'm about to order some food right now. I have to like, bro, listening to Destiny all the time, bro. It makes me want to get more autistic. I want to start reading more stuff online. I want to read these books and everything, do homework to videos and shit like that while playing video games at the same time. Talking like this because no, that's a cognitive dissonance. And I just want to get to that level of debating. I'm getting better like that, but you talk so fucking fast, and I just hear I just want to like, but yeah, I'm gonna get better. I want to get autistic.
Like I said, I'm always open to other viewpoints, man. So I'll definitely check it out. But like from my point on 9/11 basically is like there isn't enough evidence in my eyes to dispute the fact that we were attacked by terrorists. It's very clear and evident that there's an abundance of information from Bin Laden to the USS Cole attacks, etc. That we were attacked by Bin Laden and his crew. And that's what happened with 9/11. You know what I mean? And I'll watch that documentary and I'll check it out. I'm always open to seeing.
Do you
want
to pull up for our debate? We have a debate tomorrow.
Wait, you and me do?
No, me, you, and Nick. We have a debate. Myron, you want to pull up for that?
Wait, hold on. Wait. Our debate is scheduled on the 22nd at 6 o'clock EDT.
Yeah, it's the 21st right now.
Okay, well, because we're past midnight. But you have to sleep, wake up, and then it's the next day.
Oh, okay. Do you want to be on there on the 22nd? That's the same day the Creativity Kit is dropping, by the way. Go sign up right now, SNEAKO.net, the Creativity Kit.com.
What are y'all debating?
This fucking 5-hour documentary.
Yeah.
Oh, the documentary.
I already know it's good. We're gonna go through 30 minutes of it, and it's gonna derail, and I'm wasting like.
And you're gonna be yelling at Nick back and forth, and you guys are gonna have an autistic, high IQ level conversation. I'm just gonna be there like on the bottom, like, yeah, cool, dope.
I'll definitely tune into it. I'll check it. It's gonna be Monday.
Yeah. Oh, but Nick is gonna be on the guy on the no fly list. Yeah, but I need to have like another black guy. I need to have some, because like, bro, if I just have always like two white guys going back and forth saying the N-word back and forth, it doesn't look good for my credibility.
Hold on. Listen, I've never said the N-word on this stream before. Okay, so slow down. Okay, calm down.
We know you want to, though. We know you want to.
They don't count me as a black guy, so I can't do anything, bro. They don't count me as one.
Well, we could both give him a pass if we work together.
Okay, we can maybe equal one, right?
We can equal one pass for Destiny.
One pass.
Let's.
I'm getting tired though, bro. But yeah, you want to pull up for that 2 days?
I gotta watch the documentary, so I'm actually like educated to have talking points. Like right now, I'm going off the top of the head. You know what I mean? From my prior knowledge of what occurred with 9/11 and my experience. But I'll watch that documentary, so I know, I'll know what the talking points are gonna be, because you're talking about some things here that I haven't heard before.
I still need to watch that last 2 hours. That's why I wanted to watch the Destiny. But he's like, no, I'm DGG. Blah blah blah.
Because I'm stopping and reading and researching and everything.
I'm gaming and researching and taking notes and talking to chat at the same time and double streaming. Fucking neurotic ass.
That's how it goes. Yep.
Fucking political streamer.
When do you get down to Miami?
In 9 days. I need to start moving real soon. Actually, I need to get a mover truck.
Okay, yeah. Make sure you get movers, bro. Trust me, you don't want to.
Wait, is your like lease up in 9 days?
Yeah, it's perfect timing.
Well, it's not, you need to get on your shit. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Destiny. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, if you seem like the kind of guy that waits till it's like 48 hours before, and you're like, oh, I guess I'm just throwing all my shit away. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not very good at planning ahead. Yo, Myron, you're Muslim, right? I'm getting a lot of flack from the Muslims right now.
Yeah, I am.
You peep that, Destiny? There's a clip going viral on TikTok. I was reacting to like pride parades and like a bunch of haram behavior, and when it happened, I don't want to repeat it now because I'm gonna get it clipped again. But I was just doing the Muslim prayer noise, and then at the end,
the Muslim prayer noise.
What do you mean? That's exactly what it was. What are you doing?
He was basically like Allah Akbar, like screaming on fucking stream. Basically, was the
Allah Akbar. You could do it, but I can't. Yeah, so I did it, and then they got really angry. It went viral on TikTok, and now they're in here. They're like, bro, Muslims go crazy. I'm just getting a lot of death threats. People saying that like, watch your back.
You didn't know?
I knew, but I thought that but they took it out of context. They didn't realize that I was actually in favor. Bro, I love Islam.
Yeah, man. Hopefully you make it down here in Miami before they get you, bro.
Don't say that shit, bro. No, can you vouch for me? Yo, Muslims, look, I got a Muslim friend. You see? He's on my side. Go get him, not me. He told me to say that. He said that it was okay. He gave me the Muslim pass.
SNEAKO might not make it down to Miami now.
Chill the fuck out, bro.
You're gonna fly a plane into your apartment now, bro.
No, that's only if he makes fun of Jewish people. He's going on the Muslim side. So he's that right now.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, like, look at Mia Khalifa, bro. Like, she can never go back to wherever the hell she's from. Like, bro, she's like, they're like
excommunicated.
Yeah, she's like done. She did that scene with the hijab. They're like, oh, okay, we got you. You know,
well, you've got like the Charlie Hebdo shit. They ran into that building and. Yeah.
So yeah, but no, Wendy, I want to do this thing with the 6 girls.
Well, dude, I don't know. I've got Fuentes is coming over on Monday where I'm gonna try to do some IRL stream with him where I don't come off as a Nazi, which is gonna be challenging. Then I've got this fucking debate. Then they have me debating JFK. I need to reach out. Well, him even being in my vicinity kind of makes me look like a Nazi, to be fair.
Yeah.
Usually, if 2 white people are together and one of them is a Nazi, you kind of just look at the other guy like, you seem kind of like a Nazi. So.
And then you guys are gonna JFK, what conspiracy theory with the magic bullet?
Well, so these guys he keeps bringing up like Operation Northwood, and people are saying that the reason why JFK was assassinated because he was against Operation Northwood, so it was set up by our intelligence. Do you think that JFK was assassinated by our intelligence agencies?
Ooh, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I got to do more research on the whole JFK thing. I watched a couple documentaries on it, about how many shooters there really were, etc. Because everyone thinks like there's no way that it was that one shooter up on the window. Sure. But yeah, I got to do more research to know.
Yo, you got to get Nick on. Get Nick on Fresh and Fit, bro. Nick is an actual incel, so we need to get him like in front of 9 females. I want to see like a Nazi incel in front of 9 Miami thoughts. Pure content, bro. I'll come on with him if he needs to. But you said you don't want him on. But the guy's pure content. He's moving to Florida too.
I don't have a problem with the guy. I don't even know him. I don't have a problem with him.
You just told me not to fucking stream with him because like he was gonna get me on a no-fly list.
I mean, if he's on a no-fly list, man, that's it's no bueno.
Oh wait, so as a former Fed, what do you have to do to get on a no-fly list? I've been thinking about that a lot. People in my Reddit are speculating. They're getting really mad at me. Don't talk to him.
Wouldn't you like to know, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of shit. Apparently, his associate.
That's some bullshit. Well, to be fair, the no-fly list stuff, that's some warrantless. You can get no-fly list for whatever the fuck they want. I don't know if there's like an official process they have to go through to no-fly list somebody. That's one of the big complaints about the process.
And apparently, his associate was arrested by the FBI because he was looking at CP. I don't know how true all of that is. But Myron, how bad does it have to be to get on a no-fly list? Is it just because he was at the Capitol storming?
No comment, man. No comment on that right now.
Okay.
I'll tell you off stream, but yeah, not.
Also, to be fair, I don't even know if Fuentes is no-fly listed. Some people were saying that he flew to Vegas a while ago. I don't know if that's true or not. There's like so many rumors in that community, but.
Well, they're saying in the chat that he's not on the no-fly list. They're saying he's off the list.
Are you streaming right now?
No, I'm looking at your
chat. Yeah,
okay.
spamming where all the grippers
I'm
are in your
not
chat.
on my joint.
Wait, are you looking at Destiny's chat or my chat, Myron?
I'm on yours.
W Myron, feel what I'm saying? Yeah, Destiny, how you like that?
Well, wait, are you guys are dual streaming? Destiny, you're live too on yours?
Yeah, we're all streaming.
I'm the only idiot to go live on his.
Yeah, but my chat's better. Yeah, you got to start getting on these panels, man. These panels do really well. Like I like having a diverse panel, and people get afraid because like when I bring Nick on, the black people run away. I understand why. But bro, the guy's pure comedy, man. Like white supremacist or not, like you gotta admit he's funny.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'll talk with anybody. I don't care. Like I'm not going to be one of these people like, oh my god, my feelings. Like, no, man. I mean, dude. If here's the thing. I think everyone should have a voice and be able to say what the hell they want to say. Like censorship sucks. It's stupid. The First Amendment exists for a fucking reason. So listen, man. He can say whatever he wants to say, no matter how off the wall people may interpret it. Hey, it's still protected. You know what I'm saying?
And if I get put on a no-fly list, can you make some calls to your government buddies?
Oh, you on your own, my friend. If you want a no-fly, you fucked up. You done goofed if you're on a no-fly list, bro.
I thought that Fed Connect was gonna work.
Yeah, no, well, no longer, man. I'm done. I'm done with the feds. So, because they didn't like my YouTube channel, so I had to kind of pick one.
Shit! I wonder if Fuentes would go on a show because he is a Fed. Once a Fed, always a Fed. Oh no.
No, he would. He would.
Oh man!
I mean, he's talking to you, Destiny. So I think he'll talk to Myron if he's.
I'm Jewish and a Fed, apparently. Yeah, that's true. No, he would do it for the audience. He'd do it for the new audience.
Fedstiny in the chat. Yo, Myron, wait, you got workers in there at 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. You got an assistant?
No, well, I'm gonna hit the gym here in a second.
What the hell's wrong with you, bro?
That's dedication. What do you mean?
Bro, I gotta keep up these looks. As you guys know, my personality sucks, so I gotta do the best I can to maintain these somewhat looks.
Hey, I gotta admit, it's getting better. I was looking at like the Fresh and Fit podcast from like a year ago. There's clear improvement. Like you were like probably RP raging like me back then. The podcast's a little more emotional. Now you're just like facts. It's getting better. I see a clear improvement.
I mean, my thing is like, you know, because I used to just kick girls off for anything, but now it's like, you know what, man, let's just let them say the stupid shit that they're gonna say, and like, I think the audience learns more from seeing the delusion versus me kicking them out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it just at this point we've interviewed 1,497 girls, and it's amazing to me how just delusional, regardless of how educated they are, like just how so many girls don't live in reality about what's really going on here.
Yo, Myron, what did you think about? And I just want to bring it up because I saw it in your Reddit. You have a really funny ass Reddit. What do you think of Aaron saying Melina was a Miami 4?
Oh, Melina? Chris, listen, we squashed all that. That shit's all
Chris.
Cool.
Chris called.
We're good on all of that. Okay, all of that's water under the bridge, my friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we ended that.
Oh, okay.
Chris apologized. He knew that wasn't cool. So
yeah, we're good.
Did you see what Melina's response?
I did not. What'd she say?
She put a picture of him without his hat and put Miami 4 on his forehead. I don't even give a fuck. I just love the memes in your subreddit, bro. You gotta get one.
They talk. Well, we had another Reddit that got like deleted when we had like, I think we're like 12, 13K people in there, and we only had it for a few months, and it got deleted for like hate speech or something.
Yeah, that was probably when they deleted Fat People Hate, the Trump subreddit, all the other.
Oh, you need to aggressively moderate your subs, because if there's a lot of like harassment or brigading or whatever that comes from subs, they'll just like shut it down.
See, here's the thing: we don't run it at all.
Oh, you don't have any control of your current one?
I have zero. We have zero control of that sub, dude.
Oh, if you can, you should like. It's always nice to have like a big subreddit because it gives people a place to like find your videos. You get traction. People discuss things. You should reach out to the mods and see if they would like.
Bro, my subreddit is just a place for my stalkers to post pictures of me out in public walking.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that it's kind of decentralized, like, because the thing is that people go on there and they'll like criticize us or whatever, and I actually do go in there, you know, I'll put my feelings aside, I'll look at the criticism, I'm like, you know what, this sucks, but you know what, you're right, we'll make this change, and there's been a lot of good adjustments. Like, I'm able to look at constructive criticism and work on it, and you know, put my feelings aside.
They hate Chris in there, bro. They're really mean to Chris. Chris is a.
They're mean to Fresh too. What?
Yeah, they really don't like Fresh too. Not all of them, but.
They make fun of everybody. They make fun of me too for not having hair, or for, you know, kicking girls out too much or whatever the hell. So
wait, so what's the deal with your hair transplant? How does that work? Is it still growing?
It's growing back in, man. Like, look, you don't see the bald spots as much, man.
Wait, so you get a transplant and then it grows?
No, so like what they do is they make a cut in the back of your head and then they like implant the hairs into your weak spots. So like I had like thinning right around this area here and then in the crown. So it's like growing back now. It's gonna take like 6 months to a year to fully like all the way come in, because I just got the transplant like maybe 2 months ago.
Okay, so are you still allowed to make fun of girls with plastic surgery if you got a hair transplant?
Oh, it's my hair.
Oh shit!
It's your hair?
It's my actual hair. Like they cut a strip of your, dude. They cut. I have a scar in the back of my head. They cut a strip of your skin off. I got pictures and stuff. I can show y'all. But like they cut a strip of skin off the back of your head and take the hair follicles off of that, and then manually implant one follicle at a time into the spots that you're thinning.
But what about if the plastic surgery bitches get their stomach fat and they put it in
the ass? Isn't a Brazilian butt lift done with a girl's fat? Like,
I mean, that's a little bit more aggressive, bro. I mean,
it's same in theory, though. Same in theory. It's repurposing your body for.
SNEAKO's got a good point here, I think. Yeah.
I mean, well, you know, versus like with the hair follicles or whatever, that's different. Like you're awake during the whole thing. Like they don't put you under.
Hair follicles, fat follicles. I don't really know if it's different.
The BBL is extremely invasive, my friend. That's not like a little procedure where you can like go home after. It's like I mean, well, they can.
So yes, the answer is yes. You could still make fun of plastic surgery bitches.
I never did make fun of girls with plastic surgery like that.
Okay.
Like unless their BBL look crazy, you know. But it depends. Like some girls do BBLs and they use silicone in it. Some girls they just use their fat or whatever. It depends.
Oh, it's looking good. Yeah. I had Adam 22 on, and I had no idea. Those male hair transfers are good.
Yeah, Adam 22 got one too. I think he's done like 2 of them. So, like, yeah, man. I mean, it's common. You know, you could do the hair strip or you can do the other one, but that's the most common one, and it's like that. It's like your actual real hair.
Wait, who do you think in this call right now, Lasanabi dislikes the most?
I think he hates. I think he hates you the most, probably, because you call him out the most. Like I call Lasanabi just because his arguments suck and he doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's one of those guys that thinks he's intelligent, but he's really not.
Yeah, I was listening to your N-word debate in the car today. I drove home to Connecticut, and oh my god, bro, it's just like the Twitter arguments, the cancel culture. He just speaks in tweets. It's very easy to figure out what he thinks because he just echoes exactly every single social justice warrior opinion.
And not only that, like, so the thing I noticed about him is that he doesn't watch his opposers' content. So like he'll go ahead and he'll make an argument, right, in like bad faith, not knowing what the person's actual stance is, and he'll just assume. So like,
or he'll watch like 20 seconds of it and be like, oh, this guy's probably a huge incel, and I bet he saw this before.
That's what happened to me even before I started streaming. He just watched, this guy's literally an incel, but he's been watching a lot more of my videos today. And I was streaming while he was streaming, react to my shit. His mom probably messaged him and then he ended stream. Fuck, bro.
That's his thing. Him and Ethan Klein, like, they're both retards because they don't watch the people that they criticize as content to like actually attack their arguments. Like he said some stupid shit the other day where he was like, Andrew Tate profusely apologizes for getting Instagram taken down. No, he didn't, bro. What are you talking about? Like, what the hell are you talking about? And then, oh yeah, Andrew Tate, you mean like the human trafficker? Didn't you get like arrested when in reality he never did? So it's like they're so lazy they don't even do their own research. They just like make assumptions and just like run with that. Like they're the kings of like coming up with some stupid story that isn't true, running with that because that's gonna get more views versus the truth. That's why like if you actually watch Hassan debate like other people, because I've seen him debate conservatives in real life, he gets demolished, absolutely demolished.
Oh my god, that Christian Walker, that fucking young kid or whatever, it was like so sad. Yeah,
he gets absolutely demolished, dude. So it's like, bro,
I mean, like, he doesn't want to do the fight. He messaged Dion saying like, IDK, man, it's an easy way to try and farm clout, question mark. He's also a dollar store Andrew Tate. He's gonna try to make more videos and get a notice, blah blah blah. So yeah, he doesn't want to fight. But we'll continue to watch my shit. I mean, it was predictable. We knew it was gonna happen. But now I have a reason to call him a pussy every time he reacts to my shit.
I laugh that he says shit like that, like, oh, you guys don't have enough clout or whatever. Okay, bro, like me and Andrew Tate challenged you and Ethan Klein to a 2-on-2 in-person debate. You guys have literally been making videos on Andrew Tate forever. You've been making videos on us forever, and we challenged you to a 2-on-2 debate. And now you guys want to say, oh, we're busy. Oh, we don't want to go all the way to Miami to debate you guys.
Yeah.
Like
the funny thing is that like he's talking about clout, but like even his viewers, if he did a debate like that, he'd have 100,000 views on his end. Like his viewers would turn up like a motherfucker for that. They know it. So like he'll even cut himself off. Vosh does this too, but these guys will even cut themselves off from like more viewership, more content because they're so scared of the conversation. Sometimes it's insane.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy because like at first it's not, we don't have enough clout, and I'm like, wait, hold on, like between FNF, SNEAKO, Andrew Tate, we get Destiny, we get way more views than them in H3. What the hell are y'all talking about? And then it's like you can't make that argument and then make videos talking shit about us after the fact, saying we're not relevant, but you make videos on us. It doesn't make sense.
Not to mention
content,
like
obviously.
H3H and fucking Ethan has been around for what? These guys have been doing for content for like what, 15 years, 10 years online. Hassan has been doing content for a few years streaming now, and then like 10 years, whatever before with like the Young Turks channel on Facebook. You guys have been around for what? Fresh and Fit for a year and a half.
Yeah,
and you're like starting to hit like
October.
Yeah, 10 million plus views and shit on YouTube, maybe even more than that. Like, yeah, it's funny that he responds to Gideon though, who's pulling, you know, like 20, 30, 40 million views on YouTube. You can see like how he picks who he responds to. But yeah, it's funny to like look at you guys and be like, oh, these guys are falling off when you didn't even exist 2 years ago. It's like, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. People say that like, "Oh, you guys are falling off," but it's like our numbers have been actually going up with like subscribers and views, and more people are finding.
I mean, they talk in tweets. They just talk for like the bottom level Twitter reply people, and that's why they have such a big audience. It's a bunch of low IQ people who don't really think much. It's very
not low IQ people. It's a group of people that just want to hear like what they want to hear. Kind of like how you go looking for conspiracy theories that make you feel good. It's a bunch of them looking for like progressive messages that make them feel good.
No, you've been wrong about a lot. You said that I listen to fucking what's his name, Alex Jones and Ben Shapiro all day, and I go on BitChute. I'd never really
say Ben Shapiro, but I bet you believe almost everything Alex Jones believes.
I haven't listened to Alex Jones that much. I like him.
Yeah, sure, but I bet you guys probably believe
also,
all the same shit.
You think that I'm like a classic alt-right dude? You're like, oh my god, you like all the videos that you watch on BitChute. I've seen like LT Corvus.
I didn't say you were alt-right. I can predict like you probably think that the fluoride is like fluoride is fucking you up. Masks are fake. The mRNA vaccines are fake.
You've heard me say this. That's all our debates is about the subject.
Okay, hold on, wait. What about chemtrails? Do you think that those are like shit that the government does to fuck with us?
No, I think that's the crazy conspiracy. I think that's.
You think that's crazy? Do you think we went to the moon?
We already talked about that one. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, sure. Fuck. What are the other big conspiracies? You believe in the Northwood shit, but you heard that from Nick.
JFK.
Oh, do you think that the Wuhan thing that came from a lab in China?
That's proven, right?
Okay.
That's proven.
Do you think? No, it's not. Sandy Hook. Do you think those were false flag actors?
No. I don't. I was in Connecticut at the time. I had to like leave school for that.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Bullshit.
You don't think the Earth is flat, right?
No, Earth is round.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Bye. You didn't get me.
You're close enough.
Okay.
All the major ones we've already talked about.
Shut up.
All the major ones we've already talked about right now. Okay.
Yeah, you're like a bitch. You bitch appear, Alex Jones. That's what you do, bro. You laugh at the ceiling when you think I made a point.
I wish I could talk as loud as you do all the time, but my neighbors are gonna fucking kick me in the apartment. So I can't.
You do be talking loud. You do be talking. Okay? You get the loudest I've seen you get is about the N-word. I've never seen. Wow, the N-word debate was like. I think you made a good point though. Wait, Myron, what do you think about this? I was really
hold on. Wait. Which debate are we talking about right now?
The one where you're like, how are you dodging this question? Are you literally seeing this right now, dude?
That's every debate
dude,
I have.
I want to say the N-word, dude.
No, I don't think that was me. Don't think that was me.
No, it was a good debate though. He was saying Destiny's argument was that you shouldn't be able to publicly say it, but you should be able to privately say it because it's just a word.
Hold on, Jesus fucking Christ!
So basically, Destiny wants to make edgy jokes in private, and it's like yeah.
Okay, I think there are some jokes that I'll say privately that I won't say publicly because I think it's irresponsible. Like I'm not gonna shit on like women or black people or like make crazy racist or whatever sexist jokes. I'm not gonna do that publicly all the time because my audience is gonna like I don't know if they'll take it the wrong way. But in private, there's a lot of edgy humor that I'll use, which we've done like of course. But then that turned into like basically that whole argument got distilled into like, would you say the N-word in private? It's like, I don't know. I guess if there was like a joke that involved it, yeah, maybe. And then it just became like people saying that basically I stand in my bedroom as soon as I shut my stream off and I just scream the N-word constantly into my fucking walls because I have nothing else to do. And that's
Bro, I don't even watch TV anymore. When I want to be entertained, I don't even listen to podcasts. I just like look at old Destiny and Hassan like N-word debates for 12 hours and just going back and forth. Dude, I want to say the N-word, dude. It's just like the lore. It's like seasons of a TV show, bro. I love getting back into the stream and shit. Myron, is there anything that I should watch to get educated on the red pill thing? You know what fucking Fresh admitted on my stream today? He's never read The Rational Male and he never will.
Oh, no.
Really?
You didn't know that?
Damn. I mean, no, I didn't know. Like, he didn't know. No, I mean, I listened to the audiobook, man. I think it's a good read. Everybody should check it out.
Do you think it's a big deal if Destiny says the N-word in private? I was listening, like, you know what? Yeah, he can make edgy jokes.
When it comes to like racism and words and shit like that, I think everybody should get made fun of, and I don't think it's that big a deal. Whether you're Jewish, Chinese, black, green, yellow, I don't care. I think everybody should. Arab, you know, people make fun of me. I remember after 9/11 happened, everyone called me Osama bin Laden or Saddam Hussein for the better part of a decade. So I think people got to get thicker skin, and I don't think any race should be off limits. I think everyone should be able to make fun of everyone, and it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. But then on stream it's a different thing. Fucking Nick dropped the N-bomb on my stream and it was funny. And then I'm like, oh, now I'm gonna get called a coon. I need to check him.
Yeah, people are gonna get sensitive. I mean, yeah, dude, the black community is very sensitive to that word. You know, and it's just I look at
the
it
N-word.
like,
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. But my thing is like, I'm black too, despite people not saying, people thinking that I'm not. You know, people still fucking look at me and be like, oh, you're black and you're Arab too. Oh, it's a worse. Oh. But my thing is, I think words only have power if you allow them to have power. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let someone like get me off my kilter, get me mad over a word. Like I'm like, whatever, bro. Like you're just an idiot. I'll just laugh at somebody if they say some dumb shit like that. But I think people should be able to make jokes without really having to, you know, be in their feels all the time. But a joke is a joke, you know, versus like someone legit like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But like when it's talking about like joking and shit, is it that serious, bro? People are too emotional nowadays. Like people say shit about me all the fucking time about me being a terrorist or your uncle bombed the World Trade Center. Ha ha.
Yeah. Destiny, say it, Destiny.
No, I'm not. Why?
Say it.
I know you want to. This to me?
I know you want to. Say it right now.
I feel like you want to hear me say it.
Yo, Destiny's chat. He's a pussy if he doesn't say it right now. We're both giving you the pass. Me and Myron combined make one black person.
I'm not. No, why would you? You're not baiting me like this.
Come on,
okay?
say it. Just say it. Just say the first half of it.
I'm not.
Just say it with an A. Say it with the soft A. Come on.
There's like 7 million fucking lefties waiting to clip this fucking thing right now. Okay.
Whatever.
You don't say it, bro. He's trying to set you up.
Yeah, he is trying to set me up. He's got Nick on the other line. As soon as I say it, Nick's gonna come in and be like, "Ah, brother," and it's gonna be all over for me, dude.
Damn, man. Yo, what do you think I should do about this Muslim situation? I personally, I really like Islam. And you've heard me, Destiny, say it all the time. Islam is my favorite religion. I say that constantly in all these debates, and now they're on my ass, bro. I'm getting death threats and shit like that. All these guys named Ahmed and Mohammed are saying, watch your back.
You might not make it down to Miami, bro.
Stop saying that, bro. Stop. Debunk it. Can you tell your Muslim brothers say it, inshallah, wallahi.
Okay, you know what? We can prove much you like Islam right now, okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Point to Mecca. Oh, dude, you're fucked, man. I'm sorry. Good luck, dude. Mohammed's the most common name in the world, okay? Watch your back when you're walking around outside, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to make it to Miami, man.
I'm gonna make it to Miami.
Just don't fly down here. I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry. That was a joke, okay?
Cancel Destiny. That's worse than the N-word.
Yo, what are you guys doing streaming so late, by the way? These are like
I was watching this stupid fucking 5-hour documentary because I'm researching for this dumbass debate, and this fucking dude calls me at like 2 a.m. and he's like, bro, let's watch the rest of it. I'm like, what the fuck? I gotta sleep.
Yeah, y'all can watch it on YouTube without getting in trouble or nothing like that? Or are you guys
in Minecraft?
Live streaming is pretty okay on YouTube. Like, there's not a bunch of, as long as you're not showing like porn or like crazy shit.
Okay. Because I don't know if you get hit with like a copyright or some shit like that.
Oh, the nice thing about YouTube is that like this documentary is on YouTube. So if it's on YouTube, I know that I can watch it on stream.
Gotcha. It's not like some private entity made it and then put it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's got 500,000 views, so I don't think I'm gonna get banned for watching what's already there. You know.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. 5 hours though. God damn. Does it have timestamps? Probably not.
No,
it's long as fuck.
Yeah. Timestamps is a glitch though.
All right, I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to just generate hours. Let Destiny do his fucking homework, nerd, at 3 a.m.
Sleep, dude.
Taking notes on 9/11.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for chatting.
Hey. Well, yeah, no, it was good chatting with you guys.
Hey, welcome to Discord, Boomer.
Yeah, dude, I was like, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but you know, I'm here now.
You better go
do
Zoom.
you want to talk about the Trump thing as well?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
The search
Wait,
warrant,
like right now or in the future?
no. Y'all are gonna log off, and I'm gonna hit the gym, so it doesn't have to be right now. But I'm saying, like, I was actually gonna cover. They released new documents on it, like yesterday, on the Trump search warrant. That affidavit is gonna have to come out sooner than later. But my thing is that they're gonna probably redact the fuck out of it when they put it out.
I mean, if it's matters of national security, yeah. This is my only thoughts on it is that it has to be something fairly serious because that Garland himself is approving these affidavits. It's a really fucking big deal when intelligence gets involved with potential elections and stuff. So if it was literally just pulling some inconsequential documents out of a basement, I have a hard time believing that Garland would have thought that was an appropriate use of like an FBI raid because it's such a big fucking deal.
Well, not only I'll take it a step further. I think the reason why they don't want to release the affidavit is because they probably have a source that's very close to Trump that provided that information. So, because here's the thing a lot of people don't know. Getting a federal search warrant is very difficult, especially if you're like looking for certain types of things. You need to be able to articulate, that stuff is there. And the only way you're going to know that it was there and it was fresh is that you're going to have someone be able to point it out and tell you, this stuff was there. And then when the FBI showed up, what did they find? Like 20 boxes of information. So the reason why they probably don't want to disclose that affidavit is I'm certain, like 90% certain that there was probably someone close to Trump that provided information. And if they're able to read the affidavit or see what's going on, they're going to be able to identify who provided that information.
Probably, maybe, yeah.
That's, I think, a big reason too why they're trying their best to not reveal the affidavit. But it's going to come out, but they're probably going to redact it. But
yeah, I'm more the legal side. Yeah, is or what were you saying?
I said you can't put classified information in an affidavit for a criminal case either. So they probably had to. If there is anything in there that's classified, they had to declassify it to be able to put in an affidavit. You can't put classified stuff in in a report or in any type of affidavit because remember you're giving it to a judge that a lot of times these judges don't have clearances.
Sure, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
so whatever they had was non. Yeah.
Do you sleep? Myron,
who are you talking to?
Oh. Yeah, Myron. You're gonna go work out, do another Fed video, and then wake up and do more podcasts? Do you sleep?
No, I do, man. It's just that I have like a very strange sleep schedule, bro. It's from when I used to be on the job. Like I used to work a lot at night and shit. So I'm like just used to being up at night.
How much do you sleep a week?
I sleep like 7 to 10 hours a night, but a lot of the time it's like during the day and shit. I'm kind of like a vampire.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have like PTSD or shit? Do you wake up and like hear drug traffickers in your dreams?
Nah, man. Nah. Actually, dude, I missed that job a lot, man. It was a lot of fun, dude. Because like I wasn't doing I was doing like Mexican cartels and drug investigations, human smuggling, human trafficking, guns. I was doing like a lot of violent crime type shit. That's the type of cases I was doing when I was on a job. Like I didn't deal with like this classified stuff. Like people think like national security and terrorism cases are fun. No, they're fucking boring, bro. Like a lot of times you can't even. Those cases, number one, are very difficult to prosecute. And then number two, classified information is useless in a criminal case. You can't use it, bro.
You guys would make a great buddy cop movie because you're both feds already. Imagine the two of you back to back, like and you're holding guns like this in the fucking.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I'm just telling y'all like how things really work. A lot of people don't know this stuff, but like, yeah, you can't use classified information in a criminal case. It has to be declassified if you're going to use it because remember, criminal cases are always, you can go into a federal courtroom.
It's going to be public. You can go on a Pacer if you've got a legal thing and you can look up like all of the filings and everything. Yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah, so that's why you can't put classified information in any type of criminal proceeding because criminal cases always are public.
Fed.
So whatever's in the affidavit is probably declassified. But I think more than likely the reason why they don't want to release the affidavit is because it's going to reveal investigative methods and it's also going to reveal sources and it's going to give them information as to what's going on with this investigation into Trump. So that's a big reason why they don't want to reveal it. Hell, when I looked at the document, they didn't even put the FBI agent's name. They blacked out the FBI agent's name, the affiant, on that search warrant application.
Fed.
Yeah, so that tells you right there.
The real question is, what are the charges coming down the line, or are there? Because it feels like it's going to have to be something. Because for them to raid that and for nothing to come of it seems wild to me.
Well, the thing that troubles me the most is they put in this search warrant 18 USC 793, which for those of you that are guys wondering, that's like under espionage, the Espionage Act, which is what they got Robert Hansen for. right? Former FBI agent that sold secrets to Russia. So when I saw that they put that as like a statute that they wanted to, you know, investigate under, I was like, what the fuck? So, I mean, those are some pretty serious charges that they got there. But I mean, this isn't the first time where they've raided a public official and charges didn't come. They did the same shit to Rudy Giuliani. No charges came, you know?
It would look so bad on the political end, though. I'm looking at it politically from the Democrats. If this raid happens and no charges end up coming out of it, I feel like it plays well into the Republican idea that, like, it's just the government hunting Trump and trying to bully him out of running when they have nothing on him. Like, that would be such a horrible thing for them to do from a political side.
True.
Although Garland isn't supposed to be thinking of that at the time, but I mean, he's got to have this in his head somewhat, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And I already know that affidavit is probably rock solid because, you know, it probably had to go through a lot of scrutiny for them to even be able to.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, that thing was reviewed by, you know, and I'll tell you guys this, I've ran hundreds of search warrants myself when I was an agent. So I already know the scrutiny that it's got to go through. It's got to go through the U.S. attorney who's presidentially appointed. It's got to go through the assistant United States attorney, obviously, that went ahead and approved it. And it was approved right here at Southern District of Florida. So, you know, it definitely, it's probably a strong affidavit. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it's 10 to 50 pages, somewhere in that range, to outline all their probable cause as to why they needed to go to that house. But they're scared to reveal it because it's going to show a lot of information on their investigation that they have. You know, getting a search warrant to look at someone's private residence, it requires a lot of probable cause a lot of the time. So, you know, that's probably why they don't want to reveal it. But we'll see what happens. You know, I know, you know, with the president, they have the authority to be able to declassify documents. So, you know, the real question is going to come down to, did he actually declassify those documents that he took down with him to Mar-a-Lago? That's really going to be the real question. Because I was reading something before that Clinton did something very similar where he had a bunch of tapes that he took with him when he left office, and no one really did anything to him, but he declassified them as well. So,
well, my understanding is that for other comparable cases, that most people are usually pretty cooperative in getting these things back. And I thought that the government had been trying to contact Trump to get back the archive stuff that they had, but apparently they were uncooperative with that. Like my default, this is why it's complicated. My default is to always assume. I try not to assume malice where people could just be incompetent. And like the Bayesian, like the idea that Trump would be selling secrets to other people. Like, I hate Trump. I think he's stupid, but that's like a level of insanity.
Don't like
where it's like, holy, no, I don't. But I wouldn't assume that he's doing like some wild shit.
Have you seen Biden's recent pictures? Biden is not even awake anymore, bro.
Okay, bot. I know.
You're the bot who likes Biden, bro. He's literally malfunctioning. That's some bot shit. What's bot about that? You voted for a guy with dementia.
I understand, bot. Okay,
bot.
So assuming Trump did something, assuming that Trump did something insane like that is unbelievable to me. But it must have been something pretty big if they were like, "Yo, bring our shit back. You're not doing it. We're sending the FBI to raid your shit when you're not there to do it." But I don't know. I'm just so curious.
Yeah, it had to be for them to do that. I mean, very, very, very serious. I mean, it's unprecedented, bro. Like, I'm like, in my head, like, from an agent's perspective, I'm former agent. Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, goddamn, like the red tape they had to get through to like get the search warrant approved, coordinating with the Secret Service, letting them know the day of, going through the magistrate judge.
Chat. I'm bored. Chat. All right. Remember the creativity kit drops in 2 days, August 22nd. Sign up now, SNEAKO.net, creativitykit.com. Only 1,000 people can join. Only 1,000 people can join the creativity kit. If you guys listen to that, they're still streaming if you want to keep hearing blah, 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 blah. Check out thecreativitykit.com. I'm going to teach you everything about how to make money online from the back to the front. And even my editor, Musa, a fellow Muslim, Allahu Akbar! It's on the site teaching you a lot of stuff, so don't worry about it, man. Muslims, I am sorry. You know, I didn't mean to offend you. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I made a dumb mistake. Tomorrow we're going to talk about it on stream. We're going to have 3 Muslims on. Fuck! My bad, chat. Sorry, chat. Did you hear any of that? Oh, the stream's not functioning. You didn't hear any of that? Tomorrow, I'm going to clear everything up with the 3 Muslims on the stream. The 3 Muslims, they have a YouTube channel. It's going to be great. We're going to go fix everything. Allahu Akbar! Muslims, I didn't mean to disrespect your religion. It was not my intention. I was trying to I was trying to talk about haram, actually. And I like one day I was actually thinking about converting. So please let me make it to Miami. Please let me make it to Miami, at least. Relax on me. Okay, I get it. You made your point. But also check out thecreativitykit.com to sign up. There's a day in 9 hours. And we're limiting it to 1,000 people. We're limiting it to 1,000 people, chat. I'm going to teach you everything about how to make money online from the front end to the back end. I have a lot of videos. I added videos. I have different teachers on there. A lot of your favorite YouTubers. I'm not going to surprise you. You can find out. If you want to talk to me, the best way is to go to thecreativitykit.com and sign up. We have weekly and monthly networking calls with everybody who signs up. That's the best place to talk to me and learn how to make money online. I've made more money in the past couple months than I ever have doing 9 years on YouTube. I've really figured out and mastered the algorithm. I'm going to teach you the algorithm, how to make videos, how to do the back, how to find clients. If you want to be in front of the camera, behind the camera, how to start a business online, how to translate that to e-commerce, drop shipping. Sign up now. Only 1,000 people could join. Well, it actually drops in 1 day and 9 hours, but you could put your information now if you want to be one of the first people to get access to it. Go to thecreativitykit.com or SNEAKO.net, thecreativitykit.com. That's the best place to learn how to make money online, bro. Let's become future online entrepreneurs. You spend all your day scrolling. You should be making some money on it. The world is changing. It's getting harder to make money. For the Muslims spamming L, I get it. Tomorrow, we're going to clear it up. I didn't mean any disrespect. You know that. And I'm going to say it one more time before I end the stream. Don't believe everything you see online. Don't just see one TikTok and start saying that I'm disrespecting your whole religion and that I'm anti-Islam. Like, bro, look into the context of it. I made a dumb joke. That was dumb of me. I was not trying to disrespect anything. I'm learning and growing. I'm learning. And I can't let this shit get to my head. You'll see me. I'm going to keep on streaming regardless. W stream regardless, bro. Chat, for the people like Spam at L, would you be able to handle this much heat? Would you be able to handle that much heat and still stream? I don't think so. How about that? Leave it up to Allah. If Allah thinks that I've done wrong, Allahu Akbar! Then he will punish me accordingly. If he thinks that I have good intentions, then that will happen. Then I'll be okay. W's in the chat. I enjoyed that stream. Going until 3 a.m. anyway. W Daily Streamer. Welcome back. Season 1 viewers. All my green chats. All my mods. I modded a lot of new people today. Bro, this got a little bit toxic in the middle of the stream, but it cooled off. It still was fun. The Creativity Kit chat drops in 1 day and 9 hours, son. Very excited. I'm very excited. Only 1,000 people. Limited access. I want to make sure everybody who signs up has a good experience with it. Go right now. TheCreativityKit.com. You only have a day and 8 hours left. Remember to go to my Discord. Discord link in description. All my streams are re-uploaded to patreon.com/SNEAKO. It's $4 and you get access to 3 years of my content. Even before I started streaming, I've had years of content. All my full episodes of the 1 Minute Podcast, my editing tutorials, my unreleased podcast that get canceled on YouTube, that all goes on patreon.com/SNEAKO. When they eventually cancel me, that's where I'm going to have to go. I get it. Moose is awake. Moose is awake. Yo, let me add Moose to the call real quick. No one gonna clip this up though. He ain't gonna clip this up though. Wait a second, chat. God damn, I hate Discord. This is for fucking nerds. This is like when you get caught saying the N-word and you bring in your one black friend. This is what I'm doing right now. Let me bring in my Muslim friend, my editor. This is the person I talk to the most in the world. Yo, what up, bro?
Yo, I don't have a mic, so.
It sounds fine. You sound great.
All right, cool. What's going on?
Hold on. Why your voice sound so deep?
I just woke up.
Just hold up. Okay, can you let's talk about what happened. Let's talk about that clip. It's going viral right now. Musa, you told me a long time ago not to do that. You told me.
I called you the day it happened, right? Like the stream it happened.
Yeah.
The same day.
And so, chat, don't call him. Don't say that he's just limping for me. He told me, he said everything that you guys are saying, that the angry Muslims are saying at me right now. He said you can't disrespect the religion. We take it very seriously. And I'm like, they're gonna understand. It's just jokes. Hold on. Let me add that. Am I still setting up the stream? Wait. How are you doing right now? You're in London?
Good, man. I just woke up. Well, I woke up like 2 hours ago, but I was doing some shit, getting some creativity kits sorted out. All that shit.
TheCreativityKit.com, which is dropping in a day and 8 hours. You saw me just plug in. Hey, and even, a lot of the people who have been paying for the course are saying that your videos and the videos that we're continuing to add, your videos are better than my videos. My videos are more
videos are good. My videos are good because I don't have clout on social media and I still made money on social media. That's why my section's so good. Because it's evident. I use case studies that I've previously done. You can copy the whole method. You know what I mean? So
you think okay, so let's talk about the Muslim issue before we keep plugging the creativitykit.com, which drops in 1 day and 8 hours. And then you can go sign up early for it now because there's only limited access of 1,000 people. Before we talk about that, and we tell people that they could become online entrepreneurs if they get this course and have regular networking calls with other people that want to make money. You told me to not make jokes about Islamic prayers. For those who don't know in the chat, Musa is the person I probably have been talking. Actually, yeah, I would say I talk to you more than anybody else. Musa's 19. He's my editor. You're from England. We've met. Yeah, bro, like we talk all the time. And as soon as I did that, he told me not that I was disrespecting the religion, that I was mocking the prayers, and he told me to not do that again.
yeah, it's the same way as disrespecting even like someone's mom. Like me personally, like online, it's like it is what it is. You're just gonna have to make a joke out of it. But if like even if someone was to disrespect my mom, we're gonna have to throw hands. That type of shit. You know what I mean? It's the same type of shit in the essence of you kind of there's limits. There are limits. A lot of people like there's freedom of speech. Oh shit.
You're fine.
Yo. All right, look, there's freedom of speech, but freedom of speech does not also mean freedom like freedom of consequence and freedom to hate and stuff like that. So there's always different factors. But realistically, if you're a Muslim as well, you should know, yeah, that the worst thing you can do is throw death threats. So everyone throwing death threats should feel ashamed, 100%.
I'm getting a lot. Have you even seen death threats in your DMs, Musa?
No, I haven't got death threats, but I've got loads of people messaging me like, "Are you still working for this guy?" No. Like yes, I'm still working for him because, and I'll tell you why. He didn't know. He just didn't know. SNEAKO is not someone that's single.
Can you get better Wi-Fi so someone can clip this up and that can go viral on TikTok? Bro, your Wi-Fi is cutting out. God damn it, Musa.
Yeah. Hold on.
And no headphones, you echoing and shit. Yo, L editor in the chat, bro. I bring my Muslim friend to come on, bro. You've not represented me well right now. Fucking blinking for 5 seconds.
Holy shit. I'm on my laptop right now. I should collapse him.
Okay, so why are you defending me? Because I did not know? It's motherfucker, Chad, bro. L editor, bro. This is the guy coming to represent me.
Hold on. It's
oh
working.
my. Okay, it's working?
Yeah. All right, look. So he didn't know. It's that simple. He wasn't aware that it was wrong. He's not someone that singled out Islam, right? He violates everything, every single ideology, every single religion. So if you're thinking from from his perspective, why would he think it's wrong? He's violated every single other ideology, every single thing, just made jokes out of all of them. From his perspective, I would think, okay, what's the problem with this as well? I've done it with every other religion. But the point is that obviously I know that as a Muslim, it's not something I'm willing to accept, right? But you need to be willing to say, like, look, let's try and like guide this guy. A large part of our religion is called dawah, guiding people that aren't religious, and essentially like helping them convert. That's a big part of Islam. But when you're throwing death threats, what do you think you're doing? You think you're bringing them in, or you think deterring them?
And how many times have I talked on my stream? How many times have I talked about on my stream how I was thinking about converting to Islam? How Islam was my favorite religion? How I always talk about how Islamic people have their heads screwed on properly? How it's the only religion that still has respect and has some guidelines. But they clip up one thing where it seems like it's bad. Do you remember what I was doing the Muslim prayer for? Do you remember what that was in response for? Was I directly trying to mock Islam? What was I actually mocking?
Yeah, you were saying it because there was some like haram on the screen, bro. Some haram women. Had to read them a quick little. I'll be real. What you said was like, it was a bit of a mockery because you didn't know what you were saying.
But was I trying to make fun of Islam, or was I trying to make fun of the haram?
No, but like stuff like getting sturdy to the Quran, like that can't.
I didn't know. I did it. Okay, that's
what I'm saying. Yeah. This is the ignorance part. There's a massive part. You know, it actually makes me a bit upset seeing all these Muslims like trying to violate you and come for you, because there's a few factors to our God and how we perceive our God and how we believe he is. We believe he's the most merciful, he's the most forgiving, and stuff like that, right? So where is this? You're supposed to behave like this. These are things that make your Lord happy. You're supposed to be the most forgiving. You're supposed to be as forgiving as possible. And you're supposed to be as merciful as possible. There is no mercy in saying you're gonna do some crazy shit to his family. There's no mercy in that. You need to be merciful, man. He was ignorant. Think about his perspective. It doesn't make sense. You're not being nice. You're not being merciful. You're not being forgiving, right? I'm happy to forgive him. But he's made his apology. If he goes back on it again and does it again, then we're gonna have an actual problem.
I'm never doing that shit again, bro. I'm never doing that shit again. But it's a little bit annoying because you know me, I make fun of every single religion, every single race, and some person even asked a valid question. If it was the alphabet people threatening you, would you still go back on it? The answer is probably no. But I know how Muslims really hold this. I've seen what's happened before. So, and I don't want that. Like, this is where I got to draw the line when it comes to freedom of speech and stuff like that. I will never ever mock the Muslim prayer again. I won't do that stuff anymore. But I got to say, like, I would think, is that very Islamic that people are threatening me and saying that, like, even after the fact, when I apologize, they're still saying that he doesn't forgive you and everything. Isn't Allah merciful and forgiving?
Yeah, he's the most. There's one unforgivable sin, and it's comparing yourself to God. That's the only unforgivable sin. So everything else is forgivable. So knowing that as a Muslim, right, and knowing that that's not what we're coming at him for, right, and that's not what he's done. What I'm saying is that we should, you know what I mean, be merciful, be forgiving, and be all these things. He's made his apology. If he goes back on it, that's where the real problem begins. But until then, he's made a mistake that was due to his ignorance. Now it's time to educate. You know what I mean? But educating people is not, you don't do it by sending death threats. That's not something that happens. That's not okay ever. It's never fine.
Yo, can you make some TikToks like clipping up the montages of all the times that I've been complimenting Islam? Because bro, that shit went viral. Even like Fresh's family, it went into their group chat and like they're Islamic and they're all saying, this is the guy you put it. Like, bro, this went mega viral, bro. A lot of people are using. Do you think that this was a hit piece? I think that this was it was construed in a way to make me look really bad and to get a lot of people to turn against me, because you know I have a huge Islamic audience and now they just see that and they think that I'm against it. Do you think I'm an Islamophobe? I talk to you more than anybody in my. I've said I talk to you more than anybody in my life.
You are pulling the like, I got Muslim friends card.
But it's not even a Muslim friend card. Yeah, I am. Please save me. Save me. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Please, call him off.
Look, it's
They got me. They got me.
What is it? What was I gonna say?
Fuck.
I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, no, you're right overall. There's nothing. I think the biggest problem here. Yo, your camera's off.
Yeah, no. They got me right now. There's 5 Muslim guys with a baseball bat in my room right now.
The biggest. I mean, the biggest problem has been apologized for and stuff like that. I think that you should be forgiving, merciful, empathetic, all these things. You should see it from his perspective. You know what I mean? That's that.
Okay, so are you calling him off officially? Can you say some, like, can you do, what's the prayer that you could use to get him off me?
Doesn't work like that, man.
You know, there's not one prayer that you can't say a couple, like a phrase or something like that, just like how there's a phrase to convert to Islam. I'll say the phrase. I'll convert right now.
Really?
Is that all I have to do? If I say that, will you get off my back? No, I have to mean it. I have to mean it to actually say it. Yeah. I don't think I'm ready. But genuinely, don't you think that I was like considering like join? I've always said that shit, bro. I've been dick riding Islam.
Like what? Was literally in the Discord, in the SNEAKO Discord, watching one of the videos I think you watched today on stream, right, with the numbers and stuff. He was literally saying, like, if he was to go to any religion, any organized religion, you've said it would be Islam. That's it. You know what I mean? If there's one you believe in, well, if you was to believe in an organized religion, you've said before that's the one you pick.
Don't you think it's hypocritical though, and that I'm going back on my word by saying I'm never gonna joke about Islam again?
It's hypocritical if you do it.
No, isn't
what do you mean hypocritical? Like,
because I'm saying, like, people are in the chat saying, like, telling me don't apologize, you know your intentions, and I know my intentions were good and my intentions were not to be disrespectful. Don't you think it's hypocritical now to go back on that and say I'm never going to joke about Islam again? Oh, Sakeb is up too.
Jokes can be disrespectful, and you can still apologize for the disrespect side.
Can you add Sakeb to the call?
I don't know if I have him.
Look, Chad, I have two Muslim editors.
I don't have Sakeb on thing. Let me get his.
I got him too.
Yeah, that's one thing. The whole team is just Muslims, bro. SNEAKO's made more money for Muslims than you have, so forgive him. I'm gonna get Sakeb's Discord now.
He texted it to me, but is there a space in a Discord name?
No, maybe, I don't know. I think so.
Oh, I'm already friends with them. Okay. Hold on.
Cool.
Yeah, plug the creativity. People asking in the chat what they can get in the creativity kit.
If you go to the creativity kit, right, you can go to the website, put your SMS in, put your number in, and you should be able to get a text, and then you can verify it, and we'll text you when it's available. When you sign up with your number, the pop-up number, you sign up with your number, and then we'll send you a text ready when the website's ready and all this stuff.
Yeah, how do I add him? I don't understand. Where do I add it to the call? What's up?
All right, you do plug him in. I'm gonna add him.
Allahu Akbar! Can you hear it when I hiss my soundboard?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can't hear it, but the stream can.
Allahu Akbar! You might literally be saving my life right now. Bro, there's so many Abduls and Mohammeds and Ahmeds in my DM right now saying, watch your back. Watch your back.
Damn, man. Give it a rest.
They're like, I'm going to squash your head.
It's not going to solve anything. People are just going to see more Muslims as terrorists if you do that.
I'm going to show them that post real quick if they didn't see it.
Which post?
Bro, Toronto hates me now. Toronto hated me because I called them pussies, and now they hate me because all the Muslim Somalis are there like, you could never step foot in Toronto.
There we go.
Assalamu alaikum, my brothers in Islam.
Mashallah.
Alaikum salam.
Wallahi, mashallah. I mean, dude, this is really like Trump having black supporters as rallies. I can't even lie. It's really a little different. Now, Musa's Musa said the right things. Musa said the right things. Just say him again, so like we can clip him. Just say him like multiple times. I'll clip it too. We get the word around.
Well, my fucking shit's frozen right now. Damn it.
On your stream?
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we need to get some clips of all the times I've been complimenting Islam, bro. This is
check that shit. I'm clipping that. We're all clipping that. Just Musa keeps saying it. We'll keep clipping it. So,
how corny do you think this is to a lot of Muslim people watching it? All the people sending me threats right now saying "watch your back." How corny do they think I am for bringing both of you on right now?
Very.
Nah, I mean, a little bit, but I mean, you know, I think there's like a point Musa made where like all these death threats are kind of unnecessary, even as a Muslim. You know, it's kind of anti-Muslim if you think about it. So, you know, don't scare the man away. He's trying to become a Muslim, if anything. So, you know, season 5, maybe he'll take the shahada. Bro, you gotta do like a 30-day Ramadan stream or something. That's what they need. The Muslims need that.
What do I have to fast for 30 days?
Yeah, fast for 30 days or do something different for the Muslims. You know? Don't watch those reaction videos. Like Muhammad Hijab, you know, he's all right. But
why is he
Hamza
all right?
Yusuf, because some scholars, I feel like they're a little biased. Hamza Yusuf, he's a good one. I watched a few of his videos, but you know, do your own research.
Muhammad Hijab's really good. I really like him.
Yeah, you do like it from the UK? Some of his opinions, I don't know where he gets his research from all the time, but you know, I try to do my own research too. Regardless, you know, the videos at the beginning you were watching with the Arabic music in the background, the math, that you don't need to watch all that, bro. Just
I was gonna watch that anyway. I wasn't just watching that to watch my back. Nah, shut up. Musa, weren't we watching that? No. Musa, weren't we just watching that in the Discord? And I said I was gonna react to that on stream.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like
God damn, I'm not dick riding. We were just watching that.
No. I just say they're better ones. They're better ones. You know, just watch the better ones.
No, I still think that's a good video though, because it's the cross between people that believe in like facts and then the cross between people that believe in religion as well.
Yeah. So like Musa, how did you initially feel when like SNEAKO did all this stuff? Like it was way back season 1, obviously, right? Like I feel like SNEAKO's a growing person. Clearly to me, he's a growing person. You know,
I'm learning and growing.
He's learning and growing, and you know, I think he does acknowledge, like he does change from 20 spiritual bitches to 2 to 3 good ones. You know, like he changes his mind time to time. I don't know why people get so angry. Like it's clearly entertainment.
No, but it's just part of a process. Like when you're young, you're always gonna change your mind quickly. Like I know loads of people getting tattoos like fucking 17, 18 years old. By the time they're 19, they don't want it no more. You know what I mean? Because when you're young, you're learning so much. You change your mind so quickly. Guy's only 23, bro. You know what I mean? Everyone he's talking with. We're like fucking 10 years older than him.
He speaks with a lot of conviction. You know, he speaks with too much conviction. He's too good at it. He's a pro. So, you know, he's a guy. To me, I see SNEAKO as like a regular ass guy. He's 23 years old, like you said. You know, so.
And Chad, if you don't know, Sakeb is the main channel editor for SNEAKO. We got the SNEAKO and the SHNEAKO editor at the top. You're gonna call me Islamophobic? And look at my editors, man. What?
We got a Muslim team, bro. We've been trying to convert this man. Inshallah in the chat. Inshallah in the chat. Yeah.
What should I do? Do you think I apologize correctly? How do I get him to stop?
Bro, I think you handled the stream well today. You know, there was like that midpoint where Chad was being hella annoying, but I think most of the donations even spoke to what we were all saying. So, you know, don't get your head too wrapped around it. Just like, you know, do the stream tomorrow. Who's coming tomorrow?
I got the 3 Muslims.
That's what they're called? The 3 Muslims?
There's a YouTube channel called The 3 Muslims.
I'll check them out.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that. Wait, who? I swear that's like Slim, Adam Saleh, and them. It's them lot, right?
Yeah.
No way. Adam Saleh? You talking Adam Saleh tomorrow?
I think so, yeah. I don't know who that is, but yeah.
That's crazy.
You want to pull up for that? We can get a whole panel of Muslims and me.
Yeah, bro. I got to talk to Adam Saleh. Adam Saleh's a funny guy.
Yo, Musa, pull up
for
that too.
All right, I'm down.
Yeah, come through for that. That'd be crazy. I bet.
I mean, you can get some clips of me saying some nice stuff about Islam too to go viral.
The family group chat thing is crazy. I didn't know it was like that. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Getting the WhatsApp groups and shit.
I'm looking forward to the Monday stream, man. I want to see that Nick Fuentes Destiny 9/11 debate, bro.
I got a lot of debate people coming up. Keemstar wants to get on the panel. Long Beach Griffey hit me up. Oh, you know who fucking hit me up? What's his name? Yo, chat, do you want me to get, what's his name? Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall DM me and he says he wants to get down on stream. You know the guy who boxed and the guy who used to date Addison Rae and he boxed the Ace Family guy? He lost to the Ace Family guy. Bryce Hall.
Yeah, that's crazy. He wants to box you?
No. He wants to get on the stream. He wants to get on the stream and talk.
Oh, okay. I get it.
I want to box Lasanabi. I want to box Lasanabi. And Lasanabi, yo, He's an ex-Muslim.
So I'm
gonna knock some sense into him. You feel what I'm saying?
Bro. Very crazy. Converted one time. I'm gonna fight him. Yeah, converted one time.
What else we got coming up? Yo, Sakeb, you gonna sign up for the creativity kit? Nah, I'll give you a free pass. I'll give you a free one.
Yeah, give me a pass. I want to make a course. It's time for me to make a course, bro. The 3rd season, I'm coming through. Creativity kit.
Oh, the editing tools from Sakeb.
Yo, can you add
something different?
Sakeb, I'll pay you. Can you add an editing tutorial for the creativity kit?
Deadass, I will. Let me know what you need.
Do a 1 minute podcast breakdown.
Yeah, do a breakdown of the how much do you lie breakdown.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're a fan of SNEAKO, stop giving him bullshit interviews because I have to watch that shit. Like, not only are you wasting his time, you're wasting my time too. Like, chill out.
Bro, that's what happens to Kev when you like normies give a lot of really bot answers. That's why I'm streaming now and I have to talk to Bryce Hall.
You do the other side of the work. Yeah.
I want to talk to Nick Fuentes, some white supremacists. I like people who actually have conviction in what they believe, and I've thought about this stuff before. Not normies on the street; they don't really talk about anything. So I elevated. What do you think about the people saying that they missed the old shit?
See, I don't understand that because like I think you've already served to the point of like this is the same line of thinking you've been talking about. But even when you see it. You understand? Let me say my part.
Bro, look, missing the old shit doesn't mean like I want SNEAKO to do nothing and I just want him to do new shit. It means like I want to see some old shit as well. Stuff like Authenticity is a recent video. It's an old shit type of video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a good video. I like seeing that.
I get it, but I think as a creator myself, like even being inspired from SNEAKO, like I think I understand the line of thinking. There's this level of boredom you get as well, right? And the idea of what he's still trying to do is there. He's just trying to do it in a different way. And that's what I think 1 minute podcast kind of became, and now he's kind of doing streaming with this line of message. And SNEAKO's always been the kind of guy to me where I see him as like, you could call him phases, right? Like he does have a growing mindset. So he changes his perspective from time to time. And I feel like right now, this is definitely, a phase, and what's to come next is, who's to say, but people still watch him for a reason, right? Like it's like all these people are like, yeah, we missed the old SNEAKO, but they keep watching the new SNEAKO. So what's that about?
It's Sakeb. What do you post on your channel? You got a YouTube channel too. What do you post on there? It's Sakeb SAQEB.
Yeah. I want to post some things like, see, I like the things you did with authenticity, whatever too, but I can see why you get bored of those things as well. So for me, I want to make it entertaining. Like I'm into cinematics as well. I've been working on. I have a lot of footage right now, bro. But like the writing is what I really want to get good at. Like I want to like my editing is kind of fast nowadays. I want to slow it down and do some acting as well. So, coming up with something really creative takes time. I've been really just working on that. And I don't mind taking my time on that because, I make my bread and I get to work for you too, get my creativity up. So, that's why I just work on my side. I'm gonna upload soon though.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you. I've been working on you check out my How to Be Toxic guy series. I feel like most of your fans will fuck with that. I feel like I need you in the cameo for the next one. So
I'll be in that.
There's a whole fucking there's like a race war going on in the fucking live chat, bro.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
L Christianity, W Muslims, L Muslims, bro. Allah's the greatest. Just going back and forth. It's just a warfare, like of so many beliefs at the same time. Yo, but we need to get more mods in the chat. This is the worst moderated chat I've ever seen in a stream. They were like, oh my god, I got the worst mods on YouTube. But it makes me like,
I'm calling out mods. Mods, you want more pay and you don't do your job, bro. Look at this fucking chat.
No,
fucking shit.
The Discord mods will come in, and even easy, the fucking mod will just spam Discord 10 times in a row. Bro, how are you a mod?
He's doing whatever.
How are you a mod contributing to the spam, bro? We really got to step the game up, but they complaining about how much money they make.
That's what I'm saying, bro. 25k plus members in the Discord. Run up to 30k, man. We need 30k members in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Get in. If you join the creativity kit, don't forget to open your ticket. We'll get you in there. We'll give you the role. You can join all the calls and stuff like that.
Yo, but Sakeb, the creativity kit drops in a day. Do you think you can get that tutorial before then?
Damn, let me know what you want me to do. Maybe I can.
Do you still have the project file for the 1 minute podcast? Just do a breakdown of the last 1 minute
break
podcast.
that one of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
In detail. And like what you learned editing for SNEAKO and editing for your channel. And also like how to get clients and like how you became an editor for me. Like,
Okay, bet. Yeah. I know how to talk. I'll text you after. Let you know.
All right. Do you think I cleared my name enough? You think there's so?
Bro, you did a good job. You already know in your head like what you gotta do. You'll see these things for a little bit, but trust me, Muslims are scary, bro. You learned your lesson. Like it is what it is. But you know, I think.
But we saw what happened with Charlie Hebdo back in 2012. Charlie Hebdo was a French comic paper who did a lot of drawings of Muhammad. The difference was Charlie Hebdo deliberately knew that Muslims got offended if you draw Muhammad. I would never do that because I know the stuff that I did.
I think you know that.
They did it over and over and over again for a long time. I don't think that they should have been shot up. I disagree with that. But what I did,
bro. I fucking died.
Okay, they were intentionally trying to disrespect, and they were trying to get a reaction out of Islamic people.
Yeah.
What I'm doing, bro.
You good, bro.
I didn't know. You know I didn't know.
We know, bro. We know SNEAKO. You didn't know. Wait, hold on. I didn't get back to the whole thing. I forgot to ask Musa why he misses the old SNEAKO. What do you miss about the old SNEAKO?
I like the video style, bro. I like the commentary. Because you know what it is. He was spent like obviously he still does spit some real shit, but when he's doing 1 minute podcasts, it's like he's just curious as to like the sentiment of the regular people, I guess. But when he's doing the 1 minute, when he's doing like the social commentary type of shit, he's just spitting some real shit. That's what it is, you know what I mean?
I will say I think the idea of doing it now is kind of interesting because you have such a bigger viewership. Like before, it's like, oh, that's what kind of got you up, but now it's like you got so many people watching you. I feel like if you did one of those, you know, it'd probably be very interesting. So,
okay, chat. WL Muslims. Before we end the stream and get out of here, did you change? Did I change your mind again? Did I change? But think about it, bro. How many views did that TikTok get? It was on the Toronto page, Keb. Toronto hates me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yo, wait, can you vouch for me? You're from Toronto, right?
I don't know, Fab. I don't know what's going on in Toronto. Like, I don't know why they keep clipping you. It's 6 Buzz and the Real News Toronto. You fuck off. That shit is weird. And it's like the Mollies who would probably want to pop you to come through, but. Give it like a couple months, bro, and nobody will think twice. Like, bro, I want to see you here, bro. We got good weed. You know, it's a great time. So.
I smoke hookah. I listen to Drake too. I'm just like you.
W Muslim, W Muslim, bro. W Muslim, bro. W Muslim, bro. W Muslim.
Okay, the chat's been feeling better now. All right, I'm out of here. Christians in here like saying I'm dick sucking, bro. I had to do what I had to do. Muslims are scary. Y'all are not that scary.
Hold on, yo, SNEAKO. I got something to address with you actually whilst we're here. Your drip is a monstrosity. It truly is.
Nah.
Them dunks, right? Bro,
we gotta have a drip competition because I feel like I'm up right now.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Let me show you some. Bro, I swear, you don't want it with me. I'll show you some real drippings right now.
Musa
Yeah?
just steals New York drip, bro.
Bro, look at this. Musa got drip, bro.
iPhone charger. An iPhone charger belt. Are you out of your mind?
What are you talking about? Look at these
the
jeans,
belt is
bro.
an iPhone charger.
Look at these fucking jeans, bro.
Serious drippings. That's what I'm saying. You got some fucking red dunks, bro. They look dumb as shit. Bro, oh, man. Look at this, bro. iPhone charger.
I'm gonna convert to Judaism, bro. Mazel tov.
Okay.
This is crazy. I packed.
What are you doing?
I was only supposed to stay for one night. These railway strikes fucked me over. I had to buy a whole new outfit, so I went to a show last night. Bro, I had to get an iPhone cable for a charge for a belt, bro. Look at this. This is serious.
Disgusting. I thought you were actually being serious about my L drip.
You do have L drip a little bit. Bro, red
Adidas,
red Adidas bottoms is crazy, bro. Red Adidas bottoms is
bro,
insane.
that was from 2000. That was the old SNEAKO that you missed so much. Get off my dick. Look at these.
All right, mate.
I'm gonna get you some new pants, bro. I'm gonna get you some new pants. Like, bro, I think I know what to do. I can style you fire, bro. I can style you fire. If I give you half my clothes, trust me. I can style you fire.
I don't think I should do meetups anymore. I don't think I should do meetups anymore. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yo, Musa, that London meetup is canceled. I can't do that shit anymore.
Yo, when you going to Europe again?
Let me wait till the heat's off me before I start yelling my location out here.
Nice. You moving in Miami in 9 days, right?
Bro, you're moving federal right now, bro.
Oh,
yo, drop the location, bro.
You're talking like Destiny right now, bro. I'm
moving like Destiny. I'm moving like Destiny. My bad.
I'm out of here, bro. I'm tired. I gotta eat dinner and shit. Okay, I feel better.
Eat halal, bro. Eat halal, bro.
Halal food only. Wait, can you bless my food? I got Popeyes. How do you bless it?
Alhamdulillah.
Bismillah, Bismillah. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah.
Bro, I was about to do the prayer.
Mashallah, mashallah.
I was about to do it, but I don't want to fucking.
Just end the stream. Shut the
That
fuck
would have been
up.
so funny. For the bit, for a dedicated comedian, I would have respected it.
No, bro, I'm not fucking with that shit anymore, bro. I'm not fucking with that.
Nah. We out of here. We out of here.
All right, yeah, thanks for coming on. Peace out.
Yeah.